All right, so it's been a couple weeks, I think, or maybe did we just play last week? I can't remember.
No, we skipped last week.
Yeah. So the last place we were, you had sort of shacked up with some refugees that were heading also, as it turns out, to the same place you guys were going, this prison that everyone had heard about. Supposedly some utopia where the old world's ways were left behind and a new way of being dedicated to God and redemption was essentially promoted within and around, and that was safe and a protected place, and that a man who speaks with God is in charge. Now you guys know a little bit more, at least according to what your intelligence handler told you, and that there's a man inside that you're now going to go and try and find. Some of you might like the idea more of this utopia and maybe a place away from war than as merely a destination for a mission. But be that as it may,
Fuck this coward.
yeah, exactly. Like for you, this idea maybe though of apparently it's protected by Polish soldiers and it's maybe safe and there's no Russians. It might actually be a nice place. But
we'll see. We'll see.
yeah. And Magrido,
I'm surprised. I thought you guys would be like slavishly religious to the point you always take what the priest says.
Priest says jump, you ask how high.
And you willingly die for the priest.
Depending on your own character's level of religious fervor, I guess that's for you guys to decide. Yeah, imagine there were atheists in Poland in the 2000s.
What was the state atheism of the Soviet Union?
True enough. Like the church was repressed severely in the Soviet Union. Yeah. Same as in Poland, as it was behind the Iron Curtain there for quite a while. Now, Karl Papa, Magritta, your character, you had gotten a little bit more intel, and one of the bits of news that you received was this person you're supposedly looking for was a former U.S. Intel member who had information on this mythological Operation Reset, which everybody seems to want, but no one really understands what it's about. And and he told you that there's a contact to get in touch with a bit closer. Once you get closer to Bohatov, which is, if you guys are on the big map, that's this place right here. And he gave you some directions and a contact to get in touch with to get a little bit more information on the prison, because since he was up in Sherdaj, he didn't know too much about it. But so that's where we are now. You're in this farm with these refugees that you've sort of helped out. And I think, Ernest, you're the medic. Is that right?
He's muted.
He had helped. Okay. He had helped. No problem. And you had helped sort of set up a few of these refugees and tend to their more ill or wounded characters or members, right?
Yeah, I would have helped them. We also would have cooked any dog that was worthwhile left to give them food because they were starving.
Are we salting some of these dogs so I have to write it down on the inventory sheet?
Did you say selling or salt?
Salting the meat.
Salting.
Do you have salt? I mean, do we have a bill?
I don't think so.
No,
I
don't
think
have a bag of salt with me. So.
And I think because there was like 40 of them or something like that, that meat's gonna get gone real quick. It's like Super Bowl Sunday there, everybody's just picking out.
Yeah, they'll just pretend it's chicken wings.
Yeah. And so, yeah, this was the farm. And I think there was only one dog that was considered unpalatable. And you guys cooked up a nice meal, spent the night. The refugees were very grateful. They offered whatever meager things they had to share with you. One of them had a bottle of some good booze. If anyone wanted to partake, it was down to just a half left, so you got like a cup full.
Curiosity, did any of them have coffee on them?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, yeah, Gerard's definitely going to take them up on that offer. He doesn't drink booze, but
Okay. Well, they have to cook it out on their old kettle over open flames. So it takes a while, and there's a few grounds left floating in the bottom of the cup, but it's a luxury you haven't had for quite a while. It's pretty good.
So they use a French press.
Yeah, one of those old campfire type filter thingies.
Yeah, maybe Gerard's a coffee snob and he'll give into a huge discussion about different ways to make coffee.
Yeah, this guy was in the previous life, or not too long ago, in the real world before the war. He ran a coffee shop, so you guys have a lively debate about fair trade beans and all that stuff. Was fair trade beans even a thing back in 1997?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. So that's where you guys are currently, and another day goes by on the big map. So you can all get another shift of rest, and at this point, it's morning or of the next day. So, and I don't know if you want to spend
Did
up.
they get injured in that fight?
I don't think so.
Okay. I just don't want anybody to get infection or whatever.
Right. Oh no, maybe someone did. Did you get bit, Cody?
No. The dog tried to bit me, but I fought it off.
Oh yeah. That's right. Okay, cool. So
Because I'm still at full health.
Nice.
Do I reduce my stress?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone reduces their stress.
And do
Okay.
we eat a food ration and a water ration?
Yes.
Alright. So I am
And
down to 2 water there and 5 rations. Okay.
right on. So yeah, keep track of your rations. Although the food ration you can
ration, sadly.
What now?
take.
Dogs aren't kosher.
Oh, are you saying you don't have any food?
No, I'm going to spend a ration because dogs aren't kosher.
He's gonna eat his own food rather than
Oh.
partake in the.
Oh no, I'm
dog
eating my own
ration.
food too.
Yeah, I'm not ready to eat dogs.
Yeah.
You guys aren't quite down at that refugee level yet.
Yeah, let those guys have them. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. It's easy. You can pass it off. It's like, you guys go ahead, feast up.
Yeah.
But you look like you need it.
Yeah.
And they do. There's no dog left at the end of that feast. So, what's that?
It's kind of disturbing when you see them eat. It's like that scene in Gremlins when they eat the chicken.
Okay. So, back in on the big map, this is where you were located. It looks like maybe Gerard has. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I just got disconnected at the worst time. So as I was saying, yeah, he definitely took them up on the offer of a cup of coffee. He hasn't had one since the war started.
Nice. And it was wonderful. A couple of grounds floating in the bottom, but delicious coffee. As could be expected at this point. There's no creamer or sugar available. Maybe a few, unless you have some packages of sugar in your.
No, I doubt that he still had.
What's that, Gerard?
Just the plain MREs.
Okay, take it black. And what did you say, Ramba?
Unless they had dog milk.
Fucking hell. Ew.
Okay, time to leave this place. So, you've been keeping track of your fuel, and you know that you should be able to get to Bohatu with some fuel left over. I did the calculations, but now I forget what they were. And I don't know if either any of you had kept track of the fuel supply.
And we're at 68 liters.
Yeah. I also don't know if you saw, but I actually copied and pasted into the truck inventory handout.
Nice. Awesome. Just checking that now.
So wait, the 300
yeah.
rounds for the AKM, are those like spare bullets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Probably just be in an ammo can or something like that.
Yeah.
No,
Or
we're just
couple
using empty like cigarette cartons to hold them.
Okay, you got the Donald Duck mask still. It's like your mascot, your unit mascot.
The best part is
Might as
that we
well,
have
we'll put 'em on
the
the front
Twilight.
row.
Best part that we have is that we have a copy of Twilight 2000.
Yeah.
So we should play
Yeah,
a
we-
game in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then our characters
Yeah,
can play
wow.
a game in it.
Deep.
So can I top
okay.
off my rounds off those AKM rounds? Just thinking, is that like if I take 6 out of there, is anybody gonna freak out?
Nah. I wouldn't. I mean, there are 300 of them.
Yeah, that's just what I figured.
Yeah,
I
I've
figured
got-
I'd ask. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, well, that's good
That's
etiquette.
good.
I've got 90 spare. I've got 90 spare. Don't worry.
They're not even using a rifle,
Okay.
so.
All right.
Oh, nice. Way to top up the inventory instantly.
Oh,
Yeah, we're counting bullets, man. Counting bullets. Okay, so on the way down from Sherdaj, you guys have been taking back roads and small country roads, and we had to do a navigation roll to make sure you don't get lost. And I think it was Magrido, your character, who was navigating. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
think I did pretty
that-
good last time, didn't I? Do
Yeah,
like
you
a-
got like a stunt to where we can get an extra tile, I think.
That's right. So you've on your little Michelin map of Poland that you have stashed in your gear. You figured out where you need to go to meet up with your contact, and you also have sort of a recognizable code word that you were issued by your handler back in Sherdaj. So you essentially what you know is you're going to meet another spook of some kind down just outside in the outskirts of Bohatu. But other than that, it's up to you when you want to go, leave the day, how you want to organize yourselves in the vehicle, and if you're going to travel at a walking pace with the refugees, or just say sayonara and say you'll meet them at the prison or whatever.
What's the weather
Yeah,
like
well-
this morning?
Oh, it's
Did it stop
good
raining?
question. It rained all through the evening, and now the cloud cover has broken, and there's even bits of blue sky showing this morning. No rain. There's big puddles everywhere, but pretty damp, but no rain.
Can we give them the path we're taking at least if we're not going to stay with them? Basically, say we're going to scout ahead or whatever. It's up to you
Yeah.
guys. I mean, I would stay with them, but if you want to move faster, I'm okay with that too. But maybe we can at least give them the direction and path that we're moving.
Yeah, I mean, the leader of the refugees is even kind of brings that up. Like he wonders how we're all going to the same place. And you mentioned yesterday maybe we could go with you. He's mainly speaking to Gerard because he doesn't speak much English.
I'm not opposed to it. We can just always keep pace with them. It's going to be a lot better. You don't know if
Yeah.
there's going to be more dogs wanting revenge.
No, but there might be bandits or other things. So
True.
I mean, that would be my vote. My vote would be to keep pace with them. And
So, what did you say the weather was like again?
He said it's clear.
Partly cloudy today.
Okay,
Is-
so pretty calm.
But competing with this desire to be protectors for these refugees is maybe Magrito's mission plan, which you know that this intel is already stale dated, and there's a certain urgency that was pressed upon you by I think it was, I forget his name now, Rubinsky, Captain Rubinsky,
Rubinsky.
back in Sheer Yeah. So that's for you guys to sort out.
I mean, I sort of feel like it'd be good cover to come in with these refugees in a way, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
we could
that's true.
almost blend in with them, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we do have the car and stuff, but it
Well,
might be easier. I don't know.
Okay.
And from Gerard's perspective, it would be more than a little disrespectful to leave your fellow pull behind.
There you go.
You do know you gave him dogs, so that basically means friends forever in Poland.
Hey, well, they're grateful, dog or not. They got some, at least mostly full belly.
How many clicks is it to the prison? Like, is it 40?
It's each of these hexes is 10 clicks, so
okay.
it's about 20 clicks, give or take, according to your intel.
Yeah, it shouldn't take us too long to get there if we do a slow pace. What, like, would that be like 6 hours?
Yeah, because I think at walking pace. Oh, gee, I should look. Anyone know what the walking pace on the map is? Because
Nope.
let's look it up. Travel, because it's kind of marching.
Well, it's more like how long does it take to walk 10 kilometers?
Yeah. So there is some debate. You guys here, as you guys are talking about your travel plans with and amongst the refugees. Some of them think the
You can do it in
prison is
3
actually
hours.
not to Bauhatu for just in general.
Well, I'm saying I just looked up how to walk 20 kilometers, and then there's some like health thing. Walking 20 kilometers a day is a big goal, but you can do it in 3 hours of walking if you stick with a 4-mile-per-hour pace.
Okay.
All right. You got to realize that some of these people are really ragged. What makes you think they
Yeah,
can keep a pace of
pretty
4
fast.
miles per hour?
Yeah. So basically, they have to make a stamina roll. So just reading the rules on page 133. There's
yeah, they can do.
sorry, go ahead.
I would say, what the heck page is this? 1 shift per hour off road is
Yeah, okay.
1 hex per shift off road at marching speed, I guess.
Okay. So all of the morning will be spent just basically traveling that 1 hex
Yeah.
into this next hex. Because yeah, it's pretty slow. If they go any faster than that, then they're gonna have to make stamina rolls, and a lot of these people have very poor stamina.
Yeah.
So basically, all they can do is hobble around like zombies.
Yeah, more or less, because there's mixed ages. There's some elderly even, that are towards the end of their abilities. They even have a little cart that they're pulling some the oldest member in.
Maybe we should hook it to the back of the Jeep or the back of the UAZ, and maybe if we let some of the olders in the car, we could move faster.
It's possible they can move at walking speed with the cart or not, but that's a debate for you guys.
That sounds fine.
I mean, the comedy option is to have the old people pull our Jeep.
Okay, in start of combat, Gerard is going to shoot you with the AKM for it.
Please, this is the land of Borat. Do you want to see the wife? She has a strong back like an ox. You do not do that with the men.
Okay, cool. So there'll be no forced marching, basically. No forced pulling. Okay, so we will then, the whole first shift of the morning is spent moving through country lanes and back roads and small roads, paved roads, down to Bohatuf. During the way, there's some discussion that some of the prisoners have heard that the prison isn't in Bohatuf at all, which is news to you guys. But they say it's in nearby Beatrikuf, which is the next municipality to the east. There's an argument going on amongst the refugees that they're going to the wrong town, but they don't really care since it's going in the same direction anyways. So this might add a bit of worry to you guys, although because it's an extra couple hexes of fuel.
So wait, what
I mean,
town?
Our intel says it's right here, right? Yeah, right there.
That's right. Yeah,
And where are they saying?
they're saying it's in Piotrków Tribunalski.
Do
which
they
is
know
the
if there's a
next,
Russian presence in there?
You have no intelligence on that about
Well, I'm
Russian
saying, do
forces.
they?
Oh, no, they know that there's a Polish cantonment, essentially called by the leader of the prison, is the rumor that they've heard. That is for helping to protect that prison.
I can't remember. In this timeline, are the Poles on the side of the Warsaw Pact, or did they break off?
Here's what I remember. I remember that there was this brief 5-year period where Poland was independent from the war from the Soviets. So I presume that they probably switched over to to NATO by this time, or at least they became more neutral.
Yeah, there's all levels of there's Poles who are neutral, Poles who are fighting on behalf of NATO, and Poles. There's still a communist government of Poland active in the east side of the country. So the country is split in two essentially based on the last NATO invasion moving east, and because there was such a strong Soviet force in Poland, essentially a whole army of multiple divisions. The Polish living under that yoke of they couldn't really fight back, so they either fought with or didn't fight at all.
And is the area that we're in an area that was under Russian control, or was it like liberated by
Yes.
NATO? Okay, so
Currently,
they're probably on the side of the Soviets, which is not good.
Potential.
It really depends on how strong that encampment is. Do you really think the Soviets are that well organized?
They may have dishkas around.
Yeah, both sides might have dishkas. So yeah.
I'm gonna whip out my
one.
radio and try to get in touch with my contact that I know of. I'm just gonna whip it out and be like, do my code word or something. If he answers.
Okay. So after a few attempts on the way, this is your radio. It's not a vehicle powered; it's a personal radio, right?
Yeah, it's personal. It's like a 8-kilometer range. It's the PRC 119, I believe.
Okay. So after a little bit, you do get a call back, and they tell you, it gives you some directions. You guys exchange sign, countersign information so you know who you're talking to. And then he gives you some directions. And it's not far from where you're just at sort of the corner of this woods outside of Bohatuf. So do you want to take everyone with you when you go meet all the refugees and everything, or are you going to drive off separately to meet your contact?
I don't think I'm driving. Am I? No, I'm not.
Izzy's driving.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, do I know if that's the prison? I mean, I'm not, because the only reason I'm going down here is to meet this Casper guy. So I could go on solo. I don't necessarily want to do that though, but I could.
Yeah, you could take your group with you too if you want, like the players.
Yeah.
You could say your options are to go by yourself or go with your immediate squad. of friends here, or you guys could split up somewhat, and because the refugees are never going to argue about a break to sit on the side of the road and get some energy back. You could also just leave them for a while and promise to come back, type thing.
I can't remember. Was the reason we gave the group? Was there another reason to go to the prison? Was I keeping that intel secret? I can't remember. Sorry.
No, I think you'd shared with the group that
Okay.
that you were going to the prison to essentially on behalf of a NATO mission, like you're working for your NATO handler essentially to try and find a person who's apparently hiding in the prison.
Okay.
He's a
Cool.
former intel, and he has information that your side wants.
So
Now
hey guys.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna. Hey guys, I found our guy. He's not at the prison. He's this little forest area. You mind splitting off from these dudes and checking it out and leaving the refugees here for a time?
Sure.
How far?
It's only like a
So
kilometer away.
Yeah, it's really close.
So we're
Just
going
make
to
sure-
basically tell them to just wait for us or
We,
whatever. Right?
we will need to tell them that we will. Okay, so who here speaks both Polish and English?
I do.
Okay, so he's just gonna, or just gonna tell them, we're going to need to tell these folks about our plans to split off. That's the very least we could do.
Mm.
I mean, instead of leaving them, defenseless and exposed, we could, split in half. Some people like lead them on foot to the prison, and then like I could drive Carl over to his guy.
And I am suspicious of this prison personally. I would, in my opinion, should we want to investigate it, we would want our full strength.
Mhm.
Wait, what makes you suspicious? The fact is, the guy's claiming to be the voice of God.
How
Well,
that happens there.
yeah, well, so wait, does your character speak Polish?
Nope. Broken.
Nothing Polish. Okay, he's going to be very simple with his words. Okay, so he's just trying to. Wait, let me just try and remember. So wait, what was his nationality? By the way, could you remind me?
Oh God, he's the
Is he
Russian.
American?
He's the race enemy to you.
Izzy Katzman is Russian, yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to have the slung AKM in his general direction, just in case.
A little bit of tension.
Yeah, and say he's a voice of God. This heresy, this is not what the Bible say.
Everyone claims Bible speaks differently.
He might be getting the AKM slightly more in his direction.
Hey
I
Gerard,
hope you guys don't start talking about taxes soon.
Gerard, do you speak English? Does your guy speak English?
Broken English.
Yeah, I just say is he the American Christian, American Bible. Maybe Mormon?
Hey, no, so okay, he replies in his broken English. I not know Mormon. I don't care. Let's go.
And I would
I
just
guess
point out to the
the
group.
rest of the group are Mormons.
I'd like to point out to the group.
I mean, how the fuck is a poll that's been raised under communist rule supposed to know what the fuck a Mormon is?
What were you gonna say, Carl? Carl
Yeah, I
Papa?
would just point out that we don't necessarily have to go to the prison at this point. If this contact that I'm meeting is here, then we can.
All right,
meet
I'm
him.
gonna put money down. He left it in prison.
You're gonna put money down that what?
He left what we need to get in the prison.
I thought we had to meet someone. I thought there was someone in the prison that had intel. Is your contact the person that?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
to
but
meet in the prison.
yeah, but he's in the forest to our east.
So the
Oh,
contact you're meeting in the forest is not the contact you're supposed to find.
Oh.
It's not the person you're supposed to find in the prison. Sorry. I wasn't clear
Oh,
about that.
so who's this person in the forest?
He's associated with he's on the same side as Rabinski. He's the person who let Rabinski know about what's going on in the prison. So he's a local intel source
Okay,
that
okay.
knows more about the prison than Rabinski. And
I
Rabinski sent you to go find him. Yeah.
God, I misunderstood you.
No,
So
sorry, my
yeah,
bad.
so I can if you guys want, I could just like split off and go get the intel from this guy, and you can keep going. I mean, that'd probably be the easiest.
I mean, is it something you can go on foot, or do you need a ride?
You can always go on foot. It's slightly out of the way, but as long as you had a rendezvous point, you could do that. He could go by himself, or you guys could drive off in the Jeep and get back quicker.
I say we all go together. It's better that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll tell the refugees we'll meet them a mile or so down or kilometer down the road, and we'll go off and then come back.
Sounds
Well,
good.
I'm just kind of wondering, like, what could happen to the refugees while we're gone.
All manner of evil things.
Exactly.
or nothing at all, Sorry, what was that, Ramba?
The wolves.
They did
Oh,
get
yeah.
this far without us, right? So
That's true.
maybe giving them a
And they
mile
have-
may not be
Yeah, and they do have
And
some. They've got
we can
they've got a
just
few rifles.
stay with the refugees and just have them continue going, and then Team Yurago just gets the intel and then comes back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yep.
So I'll stay with the refugees.
Okay, sounds good. And so Izzy, Ernst, Gerard, and Papa will drive off to the rendezvous. Is that right?
Do you need me
Okay.
to roll for driving?
No, it's okay. Since you're going like you've been going basically at idling speed most of the way, so a little bit of this slight detour won't be worthwhile. So you drive down a little country lane, and Carl sees the old roadside motel that the contact told him to go to, and sure enough, there's a little kid on a red bicycle waiting there. And when he sees you guys pulling up, he reverses his ball cap around, which was this sign for you to do the same with your hat. And then
I
he
do that.
okay, and then he hops on his bicycle, and he's a teenager, maybe like 14 or 15, and he just starts just pumping pedal down this dirt road behind the motel. So you're supposed to follow him, and basically you end up on this. I'm going to switch your map here real quick. This dirt road heading into sort of a slightly wooded area. Can you guys see this new map?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did all go together, just to clarify.
Except for Ramba, I think. So
Stay
here's
with
your little.
refugees just to make sure. I'll keep them moving.
Okay. So this is your Jeep down here at the bottom. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I'm gonna make sure you guys can control this. Can you guys grab that token and
No, I
maybe
can't.
not? I'll make it available to all of you here.
Yeah, I can't either.
Okay, there you go. You guys should be able to use it now.
Yeah, no, I can.
Yeah, there's the kid on the bicycle just drives up to this looks like it's a little pickup truck here. And
Is somebody scouting or on
yeah.
watch or something?
If anyone who wants to can do their recon roll.
Yeah, I guess I would. I would want to.
Okay.
Sure,
Just-
I'll do a recon related roll.
And I think actually you can do yeah, nice. Okay. So out of the woods up ahead, you see an armed guy step out of the woods to greet the kid. So he's not trying to be stealthy, so it's a pretty easy find. But you do see another armed guy, Gerard, off in the woods to the east. And I'll show you that. You see this one guy here step out of the woods and greet the kid up near that pickup truck. But
Yeah, so point him out.
go ahead.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I said,
And then
just
you see another armed guy off on this other road to the east. And he's just he's mostly hidden, but he's kind of sitting on a tree stump and looks like he's smoking a cigarette. That's what you saw first was the smoke. But yeah, he's mostly concealed, and both these guys are wearing civilian clothes.
whose contact is this? Is this
This is
That's
Carl
it's
Poppers.
Carl? Carl, are you expecting armed men here? There's another one off to the, I guess, east, smoking, and one meeting the boy.
GM, was I?
No, I mean you've never met this person. He might that he might have local security. He might have his own security.
Yeah, okay.
But
it's not anything out of the ordinary. Like, am I getting danger? Is it like, you know what I mean? Like, do I get the sense that this is out of the ordinary kind of stuff?
well, in your life, danger's like with every second breath. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So for you, this is you see armed men all the time. Of course, all of you do, but they don't seem like they're lying in ambush. They seem to be kind of out in the open, in more or less. They're not like aimed at you. Their weapons are slung. They're your sense is that they're local security for whoever you're meeting.
Yeah, I mean that guy's smoking, so.
Like, yeah, it'll be all right. It's just his security detail, whoever he is.
You're supposed to meet a guy named Vartosh. So you go ahead and drive up to where the guard is then. I'll just drive your Jeep up there, if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
And Izzy, wherever you want to park it, whatever. But the kid gets on his bike. He receives something from the guard, a little package, and he just turns around and starts pumping back towards the motel. Rusty chain. And then the guard just kind of gives you a sort of a half-interested wave and gestures you out. And he kind of just strolls over to where the Jeep is.
And I get out of the car and I motion for the rest of the guys to, keep eyes around.
Okay.
And I approach the
And okay, and he says something to you in Polish. You speak a little bit of Polish?
Yeah, dribs and drabs. I'm bilingual with Russian and English, though.
I can
Okay.
help translate if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to go with him, Ernst?
Yeah, I'll get out, but I'll make sure my weapon is, slung on my back.
Okay. So yeah, he he speaks Polish. He just points over to this barn or this big giant sort of garage thing. It's like it's essentially a barn. He just says he's over there, Vartosh. And then he just turns his back on you and he goes back to his. He's got a little lawn chair under this tree, and he sits down in the lawn chair.
I heard that as a launch. I thought he had a fucking RPG on him.
No.
Tight security here.
Yeah.
Just get back in the Jeep and head over to the garage.
Yes, they're ready for BMPs or something.
So you can just walk. It's just like 40 meters or so over there. I think that's what he was expecting, anyways. But it's fine if you want to drive over there.
Yeah,
you
let's
can.
drive.
Okay.
Yeah, who's
So-
driving?
Izzy.
Is he?
Okay.
Does Magritte, or is Carl going to get back in the Jeep too? All of you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You guys could park over there. I'm gonna walk across the way, check it out. Go slow,
Okay.
see what I can pick up.
Okay, so Izzy and company start driving up through past this place. There's some old, wrecked, and destroyed, or like rusting bucket trucks. So there's a crane, like a what do you call it? A
Excavator.
tractor here that for this. Yeah, excavator. Thank you. Old RV, things like that. Parts galore, probably. But as Izzy's driving around, Carl, you come around the front here of this barn, and you see someone tied down into a big armchair, gagged, and strapped into this chair. But that's all you see, basically, right out next to where this excavator is parked. Looks like yeah, and he just looks over at you. He's got his eyes open and he's wide-eyed in kind of terror. But he's gagged up. He's got bruises all over him. His hands are lashed down to his chair, and it looks like he's had a couple fingers cut off.
Yeah.
Wait, who's had his fingers cut off? The doctor?
No, there's someone tied onto a chair out in front of the barn, in the shadow of this barn here, basically.
Right.
Ah.
Right. Some good old-fashioned enhanced interrogation going on.
Yeah, interrogation.
I'm like Vartosh.
Yeah. You hear a noise from inside the barn, and this, what you presume is Vartosh, comes out, and he's got a set of pliers in one hand, and he's wearing like he's wearing this what do you call it when you're in the kitchen and you wear that apron? Yeah, he's got an apron on that says "I love to barbecue" on it, and it's covered in like splatters of blood and stuff. And so he comes out and he kind of turns and looks at you, and he goes, "Hey!" He says in English, you got here. Welcome to my little farm."
So, he asked, so George speaks up and says, in Polish, of course, what's with the pliers and the
Wait, are we
bloodied apron?
are we all in the building? I
on,
thought only
Gerard.
Carl was.
Yeah, just Carl got there for. So hang on,
sorry.
Gerard. You're
Oh,
still
sorry.
pulling up in your Jeep.
All right.
So go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, I see the Jeep pulling up, and I kind of motion for them to like stop.
Okay.
Just because I'm not sure how they'll react to like an interrogation victim.
Okay.
Like to me,
So-
it's like it's normal stuff, but like I don't know how they'll.
Right. You're not sure how your party, your group, your friends will react. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's this chair here, and inside is this sitting in this chair, strapped down. His feet are tied up to the bottom legs, and his arms are tied up to the armrests. His chest is strapped back to the back. He's been pretty brutalized, but Vartosh doesn't even seem to. It's like it's normal for this guy to be sitting here between the both of you, and he's like, he's speaking in English, and he doesn't even look at the guy he's been torturing as he kind of walks over to you, and he reaches out his hand. He switches the pliers into his left hand. He reaches out his right hand to shake your hand, and he's got this big smile on his face. Hey, comrade, he says.
Hey, comrade. Shake his hand.
Yeah. So then,
Shake
yeah. So, Rubinski tells me you're here for some information.
Yeah, I'm here to find one Kasper Vitovsky at the there's a prison or something down by the what's the name of that town, Besharovka or something.
Oh yeah, but how to? Oh yeah, it's in. It's actually in. It's not. The prison isn't in. You're talking about the where these God-fearing folk have set up their utopia. That's actually in Pyatrikov, the next town over.
Ah, okay.
So do you have a map?
Yeah, whip out my Michelin guide that you gave me.
Oh yeah. So he points it to where it is on the outskirts, the south side of Pyatrikov. Yeah, that's the prison is there. Bohatov's been burned out essentially because it was fought over extensively over the years. And south of there, you may not know, but there's a south of Bohatov is one of the world's biggest coal plants, electricity plants, and it's been mostly destroyed. And Bohatov suffered some of that, some of the side effects of that. But yeah, you should keep going east to the prison there. And now I know a guy in the prison. He smuggles out alcohol because these God-fearing folks. They also, of course, always have a side hustle. They make alcohol to sell to the Poles for their vehicles, but they also smuggle out. They make a smaller, less potent brew that we can drink. So, but I know this guy. And I'll put you in contact with them. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's got a brother, the Borkowski brothers, but the one I specifically know is Mikolai.
Nikolai Borkowski and his brother's name is.
His brother's name is Jan. So, yeah, essentially, that this prison, they essentially are Orthodox Christianity group. They're way up there. Since they have apparently a vessel or for God right there, living amongst them. This Rasputin, he's just an ex-con, I think, who's says he's found God. But you should be careful of Rasputin. He's a former Russian gangster, and all that implies. But Barkosh, he goes on to say that once you're in there, you should probably be able to come and go. The local Poles are a miserable bunch, soldiers, but they do provide an extra bit of security for the brothers and sisters that work within. But they're a pretty strict bunch, so you can't take. They say you can't take your war with you when you go inside, which means you'll have to leave weapons of war behind. So just keep that in mind. When you go in there, you're going to be going in a little bit more vulnerable than you may be used to.
Yeah, copy that. I think we heard that before.
All right. So he kind of circles back to his interrogation task, and he kind of like looks at this guy in the chair, and so he looks back to you. So anything else? You have any other questions?
I I mean, it's your business, but what's this guy? What's his problem?
Oh, it's nothing. Nothing you need to worry about. We're just having a
Okay.
conversation, right? He looks at him. We're just having a conversation, right? The guy looks from Bartosz to you and back to Bartosz.
Help me, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Just eyes wide.
All right, thanks, Bartosz. Hopefully, we'll see you again someday.
Yeah, good luck. And afterwards, if you have intel, if you have recovered any news, you can meet me back here. If not, there'll be a. He points to a mailbox on the side of the barn that's just on the interior door. If not, if I'm not here for whatever reason, check that mailbox.
Nice. Cool. So yeah,
Okay.
I just I just walk back to the Jeep, kind of
Mhm.
like cool. Get back in and let them know that there's a couple people we can meet, the Borkowski brothers. Pretty much stuff we already knew, and this guy could be a good contact for us down the road. Let's get out of here.
What else did he say?
The cult leader guy is known as Rasputin. Used to be a Russian gangster.
Okay, Gerard. Okay, Gerard. Here's. Oh wait, was that said in English?
I was speaking for
Yeah,
the
probably.
if anybody I could English and in Russian, and then I think Ernest could translate into Polish.
Okay, that's the case. The moment Gerard hears the words that the moment Gerard hears that this guy's supposedly a Russian gangster, uh, he goes off into a tirade of how. Of how the Polish militia that's protecting him are a bunch of traitors and how they should be eliminated and how they should get rid of them.
So Gerard, you went on a rant about how, just so I got this right, you don't like the fact that there's this Russian being protected by Poles. Is that what the gist of it?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Cool.
Until he finds a kid that's half Russian, half Polish.
Uh-oh.
Flips a coin to decide whether to kill him.
Or he just loves half of them.
Yeah, and another thing.
Sorry, go ahead, Magritte.
Yeah, just another thing. I think we knew this already, but we got to figure out what to do with our weapons if we all enter the prison, because they're not going to let us in there. So we should come up with a plan. Oh, and also it's in another spot. It's at I didn't write down the town name. Oops.
Pietrikov.
Yeah,
It's
here,
in Pietrikov to the east, not in the original spot.
can you pull up the map so I can see what it
Yeah.
is? It is this one.
That's right.
Okay, so it's the intel was right. All right. But yeah, definitely in terms of between here is he hearing like Russians and religious and no weapons. She's like, yeah, I cannot go in there. I am an unholy girl. I cannot go in there.
Gerard says that unless we're blowing that place up, he is not going one step near it.
She.
No, I think Gerard's talking about himself. Are you talking about yourself, Gerard?
Unless we're blowing the prison up, he's not going. He's not going to near it.
Oh. Okay. It's interesting. The group. There's a lot of different divergent ideas about it. That's cool.
But what if the Russian guy's a Catholic priest? Then you'll be really fucked up.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure we already stated that he was some weird offshoot of Orthodox, but whatever.
Oh, please, it's the Catholic Church. Like 8 different versions of it.
Yeah.
Well, we could
So you-
escort these refugees, and then if you guys want, you can stay in Overwatch outside of town, and like a couple of us could go in. I just need to, get this intel.
Yeah, it
as
works.
part of the mission.
Mhm. Okay, so there's and just Gerard and Ernst, you guys are both Polish, right? And born and raised.
Yep.
Okay, so you also know a little bit about the area, and Ramba, you might, depending on how deep your character's historical knowledge goes, like if you're a learned and educated
Went to a university.
man, yeah. So you know
I
that.
didn't tell Gerard this, but I'm also Jewish, so he might actually shoot me regardless of that.
Who would you do?
Sorry, I missed that, Gerard.
Who would shoot who in this case? Because he's Jewish.
Well, basically,
The Catholic
sorry.
priest.
No.
The priest.
Ramba was just joking that if you knew that Izzy Katzman, his character, was Jewish too, he's worried you might shoot him for 2 reasons. Is that right, Ramba? Is that what you
He's not only Russian, but he's also.
He doesn't.
said?
He doesn't mind Jews.
Oh yeah, talk to Patolsky about that.
So, so Ernst and Gerard, since you're both Poles, you know that there's a huge, giant electrical. There was, anyways, a giant electrical plant, Gornitsa Power, just south of Bohatov, that provides. It's probably 20. Used to provide 20% of the power to Poland. Most like it's one of the biggest plants in the world, like coal-fired plant. So Bohatov was. Go ahead.
So, I mean, it seems like it would be a prime target. Do we know if it's been like destroyed?
Yeah, it was no doubtably would have been nuked. So Bohatov was a big municipality that serviced the plants, and it was also hit. And according to what Karl Papa's contact just told him, Vartosh, he said that Bohatov was burned out. So you might want to avoid Bohatov, but that's up to you guys. And the other thing is, Ramba, you know from history that Piotrków Tribunalski was one of the other Warsaw ghettos, or not like it was another Jewish ghetto during World War II that was a sign of, or a scene of mass extinction for the local Jews during World War II. Now, after World War II, there was a small return of some Jews to Poland. And there was
the fucking Western Europeans are a bunch of fucking hypocrites, so we'll just go to Israel instead.
Right. So there's likely a very small Jewish community still there in Piotrków, but there is also a synagogue there. It's kind of it's a place of historical significance, anyways, for Jews.
Yeah, odds are he would go there just because it's going to be along the lines of talking with people that are going to understand. It's like, holy shit, I've been trying to wrangle these guys around, and they're really fucking bloodthirsty, Rabbi.
Yeah, a lot of bloodthirst. Okay, so those are your options. You can head on straight through to Bohatov. Now, the intel you've gotten is that it's in really bad shape. Probably suffered some nuclear devastation as well, tactical nukes maybe, or you can go around.
Seems like we should stay away from that, right? Radiation and all of that. Personally, it seems like we should stay away from Beatu.
Yeah.
So, the synagogue is in where? Olshaw?
In Piotrków.
Yeah, we'll head over there. I assume I still have that little miniature radio, so I'll let them know we're heading to the tribunal, which is strangely a Morrowind reference, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So, even though the city was nuked, we're going to go into the ruins.
I think he was saying we're going to go to Piatrikuf, but correct me if I'm wrong, Ramba.
Yeah, I'll probably head over there because odds are this one is destroyed.
Oh,
Mhm.
maybe I'm mistaken. So this
We
this small
probably
one.
shouldn't go somewhere that was nuked. Just
So this one is destroyed, and this one is fine. But the
Yes.
city by the prison is fine.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my fault.
That's
Nope,
fine.
no worries.
So
Okay, so it's a bit of a detour. So, which means going up to the northeast hex.
Yep.
So it's going to be essentially like this, and then back down into this way if you want to, with the goal of eventually getting the prison here.
Yeah, unless
And
I want
so-
to do
Sure. Yeah, that'll use up the last of your gas. So Magrito, you have to make a navigation roll if you're going to be going off country again.
Right on.
No, I'm just checking that. Yeah, here we go. So it's a survival roll.
Survival. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
so we will be going to just to check. We will be going here, right? Or was it?
Yeah, and then I'm guessing the red line is the route.
That's right.
Okay, we're avoiding the power plant. Instead, we're going here.
No, we're
No.
going to the prison.
No.
go in
Oh,
here.
sorry. Alright. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, nice.
Okay, you got a success. Nice. So, yeah, you travel on without any kind of adventures along the way. You get back down, heading again to the southeast, and you are with the refugees still. Is that right?
I'm assuming
guess.
so.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So you can go basically 1 hex per shift at this rate, right? So that's that'll also take up your day, and now it's going to be the start of the evening. It's just going so slow. So essentially, you've gone here. That was the kind of the day shift. Now, if you if you wanted to keep going, sorry, it's going to be an evening shift to get to there. Oops. So that's just how slow it is with these 33, 40 refugees you got.
when you said 33, I'm like, oh shit, did we lose 7 of them?
Yeah. So you're here at this point. Do you want to keep walking through into the evening shift?
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
not
going
as well.
Do they need to make stamina checks then? Like, are they gonna fall, or are we gonna?
At this pace, they'll probably be all right. But once you get into the evening shift, yeah, it might require some stamina from you. You guys are helping them quite a bit, and their weaker members are you guys have made room in or on the jeep, or you're towing the cart, so it's not so bad. So I'll say you could do it if you want to go into another hex, but by the end of the evening shift, they're all going to have to stop. So you won't make it quite to Piatrikuf. So you can either stop here or push on and stop in the next hex.
Let's just push on, stop at the next hex, and call it for tonight.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So the refugees will use up the last of their rations, food and water. So they're without for the next day. And you guys keep track of your rations.
I'm down to 2 water rations. We really should stop at either some kind of water supply.
You need more water?
Like not right now, but at some point, definitely.
I'm assuming that that there's a bigger city there, right? We should be able to get supplies or something. I would hope in here.
Okay,
Gotcha.
since we're, do you think that we would have had time to like reload some glass casings in camp?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Do you think we would have had some time to reload some casings in the camp?
In the camp? Oh
Yeah.
no. Well, you'd need. I think you'd need probably a shift to set up, and it's not something you can just. Generally, it's a little tough just to pump out a few rounds here and there. So you want to sit down and do a whole bunch at a time and get all your gear sorted. Um,
I am
But-
just asking because I do have weapon tools. I could probably do it.
but do you have like a actual specific reloading kit, like with the press and extra black powder?
No, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think I might need to acquire that at some point.
During the ride, would
Okay,
somebody be able to fix my shotgun?
Oh, I can. Gerard would absolutely do that.
Thanks.
Cool. Cool.
Well, it really depends on what the small arm toolkit has.
Yeah, I don't think it has reloading kit. It will have like little tools for taking apart weapons, for cleaning barrels. You know, it's got some oil.
I think it gives a +1 to repairing and maintaining weapons.
Yeah. So I don't think it includes reloading gear.
Is there an item that does include? Holy fucking shit!
What?
That is a good roll.
Two successes.
No, that's 3.
Oh, because it's over. Yeah, because it's over 10. So what? Do I just
That's-
improve the gun while I'm at it?
Yeah, now it's a
It turns
laser
into-
rifle.
Yeah, exactly. It turns into like a plasma.
Quality is S tier. It can never break. Like, what
But,
can you do with
does
that?
improve the weapon or some shit?
Like, is there any stuff?
Well, I think he's sure. I mean, I think that the next time it suffers a mishap, for instance, you can ignore it, because he's done that such a good, fine job of putting that rifle into fighting shape.
It's a shotgun, but whatever.
Oh yeah, shotgun. So yeah.
Well,
think
thank you
that
for
that's
your work.
Welcome, American.
So,
Trying to deal myself a card here with this thing. Let's see how that works.
Just
Move a balls.
yeah, Cody. Just please remember to.
To
You
what?
should just be able to right click on it and
Yeah,
deal. Or we
looks
can
like I
actually
got-
draw. You set it so the players could draw cards too.
Wait, what are you doing?
That's true.
What's going on?
I was just practicing just for the game rules. I got the cards working anyways, but you can also pull a random encounter. So I just pulled a playing card to see.
Oh, nice.
Well, Gerard
kind of
called my name,
encounter?
and I'm wondering why.
Did you, Gerard? Did you have something for Izzy?
Something for Izzy. I just wanted to say. I think I just want to say that. Yeah, the whole. What was it? Oh yeah, I'd recommend that you record the bonus for preventing the
Yeah,
mishap.
no, I wrote it down.
Okay.
But
good.
next time a weapon fails, I ignore it because Gerard. So, these cards, I mean, is every player supposed to draw one, or are you just fiddling around with it, John?
No, I'm just fiddling around with it.
Okay.
So, but I pulled an encounter for. You guys are pushing on into the evening, and so you need to make a recon roll. Whoever's on point, and you can get help with a +1 to 3, depending.
I'll give some help.
Is anyone walking out with the Marauders, or are you guys all in
The
your Jeep?
Marauders.
I guess since you, I'm sorry, not Marauders, the refugees. Since you put some elderly into the Jeep, I imagine others of you are out walking, right?
I'll be walking, Ernst.
Okay. And
Yes, Carl will be too.
okay. And Izzy will remain driving.
Correct.
And Ramba and Gerard, are you guys on foot or in the Jeep?
I'll be on foot.
Okay. Gerard?
I'll say that Gerard is in the UAC.
Okay. Okay. So that means Carl, who is navigating, Ernst and Ramba, you guys can make a recon roll. You do one recon roll, but you guys can help.
I have a B in intelligence and a D in recon, so that would be
Okay.
my roll. It's up to you guys. I can help.
D10 and a D6.
Yeah, I've got an A and a C.
Go for it.
Yeah, I guess I have a D10 and D8.
But I thought Carl said he had an A and a C. Isn't that higher?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think it's about this. No, it is. It is better.
12 and an 8. Is that what that is? Yeah.
Yeah, 12 and an 8.
So then you get to up with the help. You get to take your 8 and make it into to another 12, I think.
Yeah.
Because with so you got 2 12s.
All right.
Oh my God.
Wait to push.
Ow!
Just try pushing it. Just push it.
Swear to God, if he falls into a trap that is just a bunch of leaves covering a hole.
Oh!
There you go.
Oh, that's much better.
That's way better.
So you gain
All over again.
so you gain a stress point.
No, that's only if
from
you
pushing.
fail.
Fail.
Oh,
And,
right, right.
You got 3 successes.
Yep,
Thank
this
you.
is glorious success.
So up ahead, you see a mysterious or suspicious-looking set of tires on the side of the road. The reason why it's suspicious is they seem sort of neatly stacked. There's 2 tires, but you notice some wires coming out from under the tires and heading into the ditch and off into the bushes.
I put up the
Okay, that is a
universal sign
fucking
for
idea
hold.
if I ever saw one.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Carl, Papa?
I put up the universal sign for hold. You know, the fist in the air.
Yeah.
Make sure all the refugees stop. Well, they might not be
I
military.
tell the ones with the Gerard tells the ones with the rifles to just to keep watch.
You're in the car.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, yeah, but he could still see this.
You saw Carl put the sign up, anyways.
So
And
is it like on the right side of the road or the left side of the road?
It's on the right side of the road, so in the direction you're traveling.
Maybe move them into the ditch on the left side, where we're at. Don't move them forward. Have them get down in the ditch, so they're out of the
I'll
way.
get that going. I'll tell these people they need to be lower down. It might be bad.
Yeah, I can do that too. I'm definitely not moving up by the bomb. I guess I don't have anything that could help with that. So or whatever it
Success.
is.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, what were you rolling, Ramba? I missed that.
Trying
Sorry.
to get these people to get down. It's like a danger ahead.
Okay, cool. And they do. They all sort of hit the ditch. And so, let's see here. So yeah, I'm just gonna check how far away this was or is from you guys. I forget there was a encounter distance thing, but I don't know what happened to that. But I'll just I'll make it up. It's not too far ahead, and it's close enough that that's what Carl, you noticed the problem. So I'll switch you to a map so you guys can see this real quick.
I'm guessing Carl informed us about the wire.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
I did
actually,
just like hand
yeah.
signals. I was like stop, and then I did like the point of my eyes and point at the tire type of thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, Gerard would probably figure out this is something like an IED or a mine.
Yeah, you look where he points, and you get when you look at it, you see also that this is suspicious looking.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
he's just gonna cock the AKM and keep an eye out for any targets, and he's just gonna get out of the UAZ as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if someone should go into the woods on the side. I mean, I thought you said there was a wire running into the trees, right? Like there might be somebody
That's right.
who's gonna detonate it.
Yeah, so I'll show
Just
you.
let me go and crawl to the woods.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
So I'll show you where you spot the offending package. It's right here on the side of the road. You see some tires, and they're kind of stacked in a neat stack. And the wire you can see heads off into the woods here to the north.
So I would do like that the hand signal for flanking. You know, you shake it to either side, like to indicate that we should flank on that side and be quiet about it. You know, anybody who can see it maybe would take notice.
Okay. So you guys see Magritta or Carl Papa giving the signal to flank. So let's start with Izzy. What do you do? You see this going on through your dirty windshield.
I'm not going to just sit in the car and potentially get shot. I'm going to get out of the car and then move into these trees.
Okay. Do you turn off the Jeep or?
I'm not sure. I mean, should I like? I'm not sure it will be practical like to leave it running or not, just in case we need to make a quick getaway.
Sure, we'll just say you turn it off, or at least
Yeah.
put the
I'll
parking
turn it
brake
off, but I'll
on.
leave the door open so I can just dive in.
Okay.
How bright is it out? Is it
Probably
nighttime or is it
nearby? I'm
Yes.
gonna have you, since you're the sneaky one, go up there and see if you can just prevent the person from getting to the detonator.
Wait, who, me or somebody else?
Sneaky one. So you go ahead.
Okay, because
Roll high.
I've got a D10 plus D6 for recon. All right. So.
Okay, so hang on a second. So what was I gonna say? Oh, so Izzy heads off into the ditch. Catherine tells him to go take a look at this bomb, right? Gerard, did you get out of? You got out of the
detonator?
He's just wait. Gerard is gonna say he's gonna recommend that you stay away from the damn thing. He doesn't know how powerful it is and how it's detonated. He doesn't want he doesn't want casualties at this moment.
So.
Jesus.
Why?
Gerard, we need to make sure the area is clear. If there's no one by the detonator, then that means you can look at it and get that thing disarmed.
So with my extra stunt, what does that mean? Do I do it like undetectable or something?
Is this you're trying to sneak up?
Yeah, I did a recon roll and I have 2 successes.
Okay, nice. So you're moving pretty stealthily. You're off in the ditch in some cover, but
So
you do have to cross. You do have to cross some open terrain.
Okay.
Sure, which is about 20 meters worth.
Okay. Do I need to roll for that, or do I just go incognito and?
You can just go for it if you want to cover that distance.
Yeah, I'll just move in here.
Okay. Gerard's biting his teeth, his fingernails, thinking this thing could go off at any second.
So while he's doing that, I'm assuming the rest of us could kind of move, right?
Yeah, we're all
Yeah, you guys.
lying prone. All of this, like keeping watch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but yeah, we'll start, and then it's you. You're just staying prone and keeping watch. Carl, what's your character doing?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what the the token looks like, kind of on the side of the road, hunched over,
Crouching
covering
Okay.
the
AES.
area.
Sounds good. And Gerard, what are you doing?
Okay, he's taking cover behind this set of trees, and he's waiting for a signal to see if it's clear.
Okay, and then Ernst.
So you can move 2 hexes, right? Just like
Yeah, as a
Yeah.
freebie.
I can move. I'll move
Yeah.
there and go in Overwatch, really, like, or in this area, right, to make sure there's nothing
Okay.
coming from this tree. I guess crouch down and go in Overwatch up in here.
Okay, sounds good. And then, okay, so Izzy, you cross the clearing, you get to the woods, and you hear some voices up near the top of the hill to your northeast. It's like some sort of like half shouted Polish.
This is a hill. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, so like up here somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't speak any Polish, right?
No, I don't.
Izzy? Yeah. So you just hear some half shouted. No, Gerard didn't hear. It's kind of like you could tell though, Izzy, that they were trying to be quiet, but also trying to yell something to somebody. Like a quiet shout. But it was like assertive talking, almost like short, sharp commands of some kind.
Okay. And I don't think I can relay that to the others without blowing my own cover. So
Yeah,
Unless it's with hand signals, they can probably see you still.
if they can see me, then that changes things. So I will just was I able to tell how many voices there were?
You only heard one voice.
Well, I thought you said like that somebody was having like a conversation, like of like no.
It sounded like it was a one-sided, someone giving commands. You didn't, they probably wouldn't be giving them commands to themselves, but they weren't shouting at you. So you're just surmising, but you don't have to surmise that if you don't want.
Well, I mean,
you heard someone.
Well, I mean, I'm going to assume that, like, I mean, just because I'm, ignorant of hand signals, I would just sort of do whatever the gesture to indicate 2 targets, and then I would, like, hold my arm out in the direction that they're going, like at the direction I'm hearing the voices.
Okay.
I can relay it to everybody on the road too if they have trouble seeing it. But
Yeah, we're gonna get. Yeah, so we need to get these people on this side. I guess since I'm lane pro, I'll go ahead and see here. Have Papa do a sort of overwatch here so that we can actually have a sort of covering fire. Gerard perhaps moves up to here with him looking up there.
Yep, have him provide covering fire with the AKM.
Yeah. And then you, are you prone? Because you should be prone.
I was going to head to the rocks.
He's on Overwatch too.
There. And I'm on Overwatch right now, basically forward. So I'm.
Yeah. So Gerard is currently in cover, I guess.
Yes. So get that go. So yeah, try to get to the rock stealthily. I'm gonna try to see about crawling a bit. So yeah, I'll crawl up to here. And once we get that going, we're gonna be basically covering Papa as he'll start moving up. They probably did not see you, so it might be better to just try to do a flanking.
What if there's a guy waiting in here?
Well, maybe you're gonna sneak behind him, and then you'll just hit E to just stab him.
Okay. I guess I'll can I do some sort of recon roll to look for hidden targets?
Yes.
All right. So that is D10 plus D6. Ooh, okay. Well, I gotta push the I can luckily push the 10, so RD10.
Mhm.
Oh! 2 successes.
Nice. But the woods look clear to you,
Okay. So
like
I'm
this patch.
perfectly capable of moving here, here, and then here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can go 2 hexes if you want to go that 3rd hex. Make a mobility roll.
Okay. Where's my mobility? My mobility is so D10 plus D8. Plus D8. Yay.
Okay.
Oh, nice roll.
So, yeah. So you're coming up the slope through the woods, being pretty quiet, and that's when you see trouble. But
Does
you
trouble
are
see me?
trouble does not see you, so you are unobserved. But you see, let's, you see across on the other hill.
Oh shit.
You see 4 guys all sort of crowded. They're dressed in a mishmash of uniforms. They look like Soviet uniforms, but some of them got, let the good time roll T-shirt on, and they're just a little mishmashed. They look, to your sense, they're probably marauders, but they're just hand gesturing across this gap to someone that, which you presume is on the top of the hill just above you. They're like giving hand signals and pointing in directions and stuff. They look rather confused and jumbled. And then you see another guy sort of jog over to the edge of this hill, and he starts gesturing to someone down the hill off to the east that you can't quite see.
Okay.
So, Carl, what do you do?
Do I see these guys too?
You don't see them because you're at the base of the hill. And since you're right close to the hill, you can't see the top of the hill or over it to the next hill. So right now you're kind of in the dark. You know Izzy somewhere in the woods there to your east.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move up into on top of this hill in front of me. Probably move up like
Okay.
into the woods there, so I can get move up so I can see over the hill, possibly.
Okay. And try and make a stealthy recon roll to remain hidden.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, Izzy, go ahead. And I think because of the terrain modifiers, you might get a bonus to your just checking that. So if you're going to be going through forest, you get some cover. You get infiltration. You get a +1 on your roll when you're trying to be stealthy.
I think I got that done. I got 3 hits. So
Nice. Excellent.
so yeah.
Wait,
What
what
I'm
was
gonna
your
do.
roll?
That was the 10 and 8.
Well,
So
no.
3 hits.
Oh, so you were shooting somebody?
No, I was basically
No.
trying to stay hidden.
Oh.
Good job.
And same with Carl. So Katzman moves a bit to the rear. He's staying hidden up in that in the bushes
The
there.
goal is to get up to here. I'll be
Gotcha.
doing that. Gerard, which of you two want to do Overwatch while the other basically stealths up to here?
I personally want to get up to some place like here or here.
I would recommend going to the rock.
It's 2 hexes to get to the rock.
Mind
Unless
and if I told you what my plan was? From here, which is 1, 2, 4 squares away from these guys, I could aim my grenade launcher at them and
Yeah.
boom.
I assume they're under Overwatch, so you probably want
I
to.
was on Overwatch like this way right here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can keep doing that.
Yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm just saying is these guys might be on Overwatch, so if he like press the hill, he might get shot at. So
Yeah, you probably want to do it back here, right behind the rock.
yeah,
Yeah, the rock.
yeah. So if I were you, I'd do a stability check and then recon check and just see if you can get behind the rock, and then crawl up to this point here, and then bump it.
I have one more grenade. When things go, get loud, do you want me to throw it at these guys?
Okay. This moment, I am sort of wondering. Okay, roll recon, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And roll bones.
well, about my question, do you want me to throw the grenade once things go loud?
It's up to you.
All right.
And you guys can't quite communicate right now, anyways.
Oh,
at this
that's
rate, at this point.
sorry about that.
That's okay.
Well, I mean, I'm just asking because I don't want to like interrupt anybody else's plans.
Yeah, I got
Thinking of anyone else's plans.
you.
You got a 1, so
Rip.
So Gerard, what were you rolling? Your
recon to sneak up.
Okay. So the cliche sound of the snapping twig.
And then the
Or you-
familiar sound of a scream of a corva.
Yeah, he just says, "Kurva, mat."
So yeah, he knocked a rock down the slope and it ricochets off a few rocks and down into the. So yeah, and at that moment, a further couple of things become apparent. Both Carl and Izzy see a guy poke his head up from out of some tall grass right here between you two.
Does
He
that
looks in the
activate
direction.
Overwatch?
Yeah, we're gonna go into turns here in a second.
Cool.
But Ernst does see him as well. But he turns and look. He was talking to the guys on the other hill and hand gesturing and stuff. But then he turns around quickly and he stands up and he looks down into the valley to see what that sound was. If he feels like, oh shit, I'm being flanked. Sure enough. And that is where we're gonna start initiative. So
Can I
I'm
pull
gonna
a wolf claw and like do him silent?
what's
We
it?
roll a d10. Could you remind me how we do it?
Yeah, just a second. What was that? What did you say, Carl, about wolf claw?
Yeah, can I pull a wolf claw and do them all silent?
kill everybody silent or do all your rolls
Yes.
silent?
Oh, are you talking about the guy from the Crucible?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you talking about the wannabe from the Crucible?
Yeah, I'm just kidding around.
Oh yeah, that guy.
That's funny. Okay, so I'm gonna put you guys all into initiative, and then let's see. I'm gonna deal you all a card because I think I got this sorted out.
Oh, cool.
We'll
Did
see
you
how
see
this
that
works.
video that Knock made?
Yeah, it was pretty good. So let's see. We got the initiative deck. Now I'm gonna shuffle, and then I'm gonna deal out to everybody.
I think you
Deal
can
cards.
deal for you can deal for initiative, right? So
You
it
gotta
goes in
make
the
sure
order.
that you. Sorry, you just gotta make sure
Oh,
you
I
have
got it.
everyone selected.
Yeah, I did that, and now I didn't. Let's deal one card to. Obviously, I should have reviewed this. Deal one card to all players. Let's see.
I think you also have to say initiative, otherwise it won't go in turn order.
Yeah, I don't think that worked. So let's try that again. So recall.
Actually,
so-
when I looked at my the cards were above everybody's names, and I clicked on mine and had a 3 on it. So maybe it did work.
Okay.
If you click
Let's
on
try
the,
this again.
if you click on the card above somebody's name, it'll tell you what number they have.
But
Okay.
you can actually on the where it says cards, there's
There
a
we
button
go.
there that says
That's it.
deal cards into turn order items or something like that.
Yeah, it worked. I got it now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading. Perfect.
No problem. No problem.
Oh,
So
nice.
I've got Izzy's at the top, and you guys, of course, knowing the rules, you can elect to, before we start the turn, you can elect to change or exchange initiative orders with somebody if you want.
Okay. Yeah. Can someone exchange with me? Whoever has the highest.
The highest is in
Mhm.
who goes first, or
Yes.
You're-
Whoever has first, because I kind of want to rectify my mistake immediately.
oh, what the hell? I'm perfectly concealed right now, so I will give you mine. You are at what, number 5?
Yeah, I'm 5. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 2,
Okay.
so mark yours as 2.
I'll switch that. Nice.
I
I
just
could
want to
switch
do
with.
it because I have the grenade launcher.
I
The
could switch with.
IED.
I could switch
Okay,
with number
what-
8,
You can what?
4
Okay.
if you want to go. I'll switch
Ernst?
with. Yeah, I will switch with whoever the 4 is. Is that Carl?
8.
8.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can have 4, and I'll take 8.
Okay.
And that, so you can be. You're probably way better at shooting people.
Well,
than
what I
me.
was actually going to suggest is, so if Gerard fires a grenade launcher at these guys, if you and I switch Ernest, I can throw a grenade at these guys.
Sure, that's fine. Whoever.
So
I mean, you're 5,
yeah,
so you'd be 1 after what I have, anyways. But you could. That's fine.
yeah, but they
Whoever-
can't move until like.
Okay, so just okay. Before I use the grenade launcher, what do I need to use it?
The skill is.
Okay, just one second, Gerard. So Ernst was offering to switch with Carl initiative. Carl, do you want to take that offer?
Yeah. I mean, we should probably take care of this guy fast.
Okay.
And did they all move on 6? Is that what's in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah. So then, even at 5, you would still go in front of them,
Yeah.
Izzy. So.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, Gerard, we'll start with you. Now you get, of course, you get a fast action and a slow action, or 2 fast actions, remember. But to fire a grenade launcher, you use heavy weapons.
I don't have that, so I think I'm just gonna throw an IED.
You're going to throw an IED. You won't be able to throw it that far. That's like 40 meters.
Can I? So if I move up here, you think I can do it, or?
Don't chance it.
Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna use the grenade launcher.
Okay, so you'll just use your regular,
Strength.
I guess, yeah, strength-based skill. So you're trying to arc a grenade over there, ka-tunk, and we'll just check some terrain modifiers and just make sure we got all the modifiers correct. So on the handout sheet under modifiers, there are some heavy weapons. You want to check your range. It's probably still in short range, so there won't be a range modifier. And you're firing at a hex, I take it, and not an individual, right?
I mean, at a hex. Like, let's just say this one.
Wait, which
This
one? This one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so and we'll say that we'll put 2 guys in that hex just for fun. And it is dim light because the sun has gone down because it was the evening. So there's gonna be a -1 modifier to everybody's combat rolls here today. So I'll just put that on the board so we can remember that. But so just keep that in mind. The other modifiers are, I guess that's it. You're not doing indirect fire. You're just trying to arc a grenade into that spot. So your 1 modifier for conditions is -1, but there's also a modifier for terrain type because these guys are in some cover. They're in force, so that gives range attacks -1. So you get a total of -2 on your attack.
That would actually, because I don't have points on heavy weapons, that would actually put me at no dice.
So you realize quickly that your attack is not gonna. You can't even really get a target off.
So you might as well
Okay,
just
so
shoot at him
that's
with a
the
rifle.
That's the case. How about instead I try to go here?
Now let me give you one other option. You could instead take your fast action to aim, which because we forgot since you're doing a snapshot, it would have been a further -2. I guess that wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah,
So,
it really
I think-
would make a difference. Anyway, I'd like to move here.
Okay. That's gonna, just so you know, that's gonna put you in the open for all of that for these 2 hexes. So when you move into this,
but from that range, I realize, but in that range, can I throw a grenade?
from here, yeah, you could. From there, you could
Okay.
throw a grenade. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you just start sprinting into the open and then down the hill. Okay, so that's 1 hex, 2 hexes. And to get into the 3rd hex, though, you're going to have to make a mobility roll to get there. But on the way, you do provoke an Overwatch attack. Oh, no, actually, none of these guys were in Overwatch, so you don't provoke an Overwatch attack. They were all trying to figure out what the hell's going on, so you're lucky. So you just have to make that mobility roll. Oh, you got it. Okay, so you run, and now you can, I guess, throw your grenade. This is pretty Forrest Gump style.
Okay. Run and obey orders.
Okay, so this is another heavy weapon, but since you don't have heavy weapon skill, it's going to be strength based, and so some of the same modifiers are going to be.
Didn't we like home rule it? So let me just check something. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you had to take a fast action to pull a grenade. Isn't that what we did before, or did we do it all in one round? I forget.
I'm not sure.
I think we did. You have to take a fast action to pull the pin, and then a slow action to throw.
Oh,
Rip.
you know what? Can I just like use the AKM to lay down suppressing fire or some shit like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you could still stick with your grenade plan if you want, but you won't be able to throw the grenade until your next round.
Yeah, no. I won't just suppress them so someone can throw a grenade.
Okay. So you're gonna have it's gonna be a snapshot, so that's -2, and it's gonna be dark. It's another minus, and then they're in cover. It's so it's a total -4 off your dice.
I don't really care. I just want to lay down so much fire that they're too afraid to move.
Okay.
Which is why I'm using all 4 ammo dice.
Okay. Did they?
Is there a suppressing fire action? Like, is that something? I don't. I'm just asking. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just trying to.
No.
Technically, if you just roll your ammo dice, that's what it's considered to be a suppressing fire. Even if you don't get a hit proper, if you got a 6 on those dice, it means you can suppress them.
Oh, that.
And they have to. They have.
CUF.
Yeah,
further.
that's right.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Perfect. Makes sense.
Okay,
so then
he just cocks the AKM and goes right to town with that trigger.
Okay. So you like spray the top of the hill. Hey, you got no successes.
No, you got 1 success.
Oh, is there one there? Yeah, I see. Right. Cool. You do get 1 success. You got.
Can I push the rest?
No, yeah, I don't.
You can't push ammo.
I think in this case, yeah, I can't push. If you do, if you were pushing,
pretty sure I suppress all of them anyway.
Well, they have to make in this hex. These 2 guys have to make a coolness under fire check.
Well, here's the thing. So the 6 was on like the weapon, and that's to hit, and then the ammo dice is what suppressed them. But you didn't get any successes on the ammo dice, so I don't think that suppresses them, does it?
Nope.
Well, if you roll the success, then we'll make these 2 guys make a coolness under fire roll.
Just roll 46 because the sheet one is a bit confusing.
You want to try?
Okay,
sure, go ahead.
Let's just roll 46.
Yeah.
Oh,
there. He's now able to force them to make a check to do a suppression, and that's 13 points. Oh shit!
So the first guy succeeded. Now he gets a unit morale because his leader's in sight. That's why I'm rolling 2d6 for the first guy. The second guy also succeeded.
Shit.
So they both succeeded. Unfortunately for you, Gerard, they're not suppressed, even though you did lay out like 13 rounds up into the treetops there.
He did hit
So
one of
good
them,
try.
Though I did lay out so I did get 2 successes since since there was a 6 with the thingamabob.
Oh, but can we just check though your chance to hit? Because remember you had -4. Did you take that into account? It would have stepped down your dice a total of 4 times. So
Shit, you know what? Fuck it. Let's re-roll it. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot about it.
yeah, that's good. So what is your basic ranged combat? Like what are your dice?
Okay, so it's a B agility and like C with an ranged combat.
So a 10 and an 8. So first we reduce your ranged combat, the 8-sided dice down 2 steps, which takes it away. And then the other 2 negative modifiers would go towards your agility, which is a 10. So then I'd just have 1 d6 left, essentially, because it would step down from a d10 to a d8 and then a d8 to a d6. So you just roll 1 d6 for your skills, and then your ammo dice will leave as is. So let's just roll that 1d6 for your skill and see if you get a success.
So D6 plus 4d6.
No, just roll
Yeah,
the
you
d6.
can just roll the d6 for the skill. We'll leave the 4d6 up there.
Nope,
Okay, so
no.
you didn't hit anybody. Ultimately, it was not successful, but you did kick off the start of activities with a loud series of bangs. So nice. So Gerard's ran through the open and into the bushes, into the scrub there, and let off a volley of ammo. And now, Carl, you hear the action kick off. You heard Gerard off to your left spray off into the woods, and you see the Marauders all in that hex turn to look in Gerard's direction. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot at this guy right in front of me.
Okay, you don't necessarily know that Izzy's in the woods directly in your line of fire, but
I'm below
Izzy's
him.
also at the. Yeah,
I'm
you're
downhill.
on the lip. That's right. You're right. But I imagine you peeked over slightly. But anyways, you're not going to get shot. It's just fun. So go ahead, Carl. So the modifiers here are a total of -2.
-2.
Yeah. Because you're on the same level. It's dark or it's dim out, and he's in some light woods. And now you also, if you take your fast action to aim, then you won't have to take the additional -2 for snapshots.
Yeah, so I'm gonna aim.
Mm-hmm. And then fire.
Yeah.
So then it's just those 2 negative modifiers, which will take away or step down your lower dice first.
Yeah.
And
so
your skill
let's
dice.
see. So C goes down to nothing, and then B would go down to no. Yeah. So it would just be the lowest dice. I have a C, so it would go down to D, then nothing, and then I would just have a B, right?
That's right. And how many ammo dice? Are you using your bison?
Yeah, I got my bison up. I might as well just use all 5, whatever.
Crap. Okay, no success. And the ammo dice?
Hey, he's
All
suppressing.
He used a lot of ammo, but that guy definitely has to make a roll. So he also gets to roll 2d6 because he still can see his unit leader.
And he fails.
But he fails big time. So he is gonna pee his pants with a yellow dot, and he's gonna drop. Go prone. So he hits the grass. Nice work. So that was both your fast and your slow action. So keep track of your ammo, and Izzy, it's your turn. So a whole bunch of leaves fall and small branches fall on you from above. All this 9mm round. Is it 9mm or is it 5.45?
Yeah, it's 9. Yeah, it's like a smaller round. You can
cool
9x18.
So the tree cover above you gets mulched, but it's your turn. So
Oh.
you kind of have a bountiful harvest of targets around you.
Oh yeah, grenade time. So what modifiers is there? Just the darkness or?
And the was the dim and the force, so it's total of -2.
So -2. So I have heavy weapons B, so that takes down to D. So D10 plus D6. All right. Roll D10 plus D6.
And which hex are you throwing it to?
I'm gonna throw it in this one, and I'm gonna push that roll.
Okay.
10 plus D. Oh no! Shit.
Okay. So you take a
Point of health.
point of physical damage. You pulled a muscle, and your grenade has. We're gonna deviate. And I'm just looking that up. I know. Oh, I have a table for it.
Yeah,
in
I'd
the
say
in the
there's
handouts,
1d6.
yeah. Under you roll a d6.
Yeah, roll a d6. I have it up.
4.
Cool.
4 is south.
Yeah. So
Or
instead,
north?
it rolls down. It rolls down the hill, and it's gonna explode in this hex.
So potentially do
means,
damage to me and to them.
That's right.
So the blast on a frag grenade I think is B.
C.
Oh, it's C.
So
So
it'd be two
Which
two
means
hexes.
so 2. So how many? What die am I rolling?
you're gonna roll a 2d6 for you guys in the surrounding hexes from the exploding.
So 2d6. So that's a 2 and a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So the 6.
So that means one success. So that means, are you rolling for the bad guys or for yourself?
Oh, I thought I was just rolling for everybody.
No, every target within range gets a roll.
Okay,
If you we can apply that success to both of those bad guys if you want. Let's roll
Sure.
for yourself now.
All right, so those for the bad guys are 2d6. Oh, so it doesn't hit me.
You're lucky.
Nice.
The deeper forest protected you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so for both of those bad guys, we'll just roll on that explosion table. The damage is 2, and these guys aren't wearing armor.
So they take all 2 damage.
They take 2 damage. Yeah.
Would it be 2 or 1?
Because of the expanded range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it's just 1 point of damage. So they get winged by fragments.
Nice.
Call. Okay. And then that ends Izzy's turn. Oh wait, that was your slow action, or I guess we did fast action. Pull the pin.
You ruled the grenades as fast and slow.
Okay. Sounds good. And then it's the bad guy's turn. Okay. Wow.
Wait, does the grenade suppress them at all? Because they're like.
No, because it's in a separate hex.
Well, no, I mean like they took damage and.
Oh, good point. Whenever they're injured, they should have to roll.
So are you rolling their coolness under fire, or do I?
Yeah, I'll roll it for them.
Cool.
So, since they're still in sight of their unit commander, they're gonna roll 2d6.
1 fails.
Mm-hmm. And the other guy
Succeeds, unfortunately.
succeeds. Okay, so this guy is going to wet his pants, and he's gonna go prone. Okay. And then it's bad guy's turn. So, this guy here, up on the hill, he sees where that grenade come from. He tracks it down, and he's gonna take an aim, fire, and shoot at you with his RPK.
Oh god.
So, danger. Yeah. So let's just quickly find.
There's dim lighting, and I'm hiding in the trees. So.
You got good cover. You want to check that terrain cover thing just to make sure.
Is it in the handouts? Oh yeah, it is.
Yes.
Right. Cover. So forest provides 2.
Yeah, good cover.
Yes.
So B and C. So that's gets rid of his it gets rid of his ranged combat, and that also drops his agility down to a D6. So he's just got one D6, and he's gonna fire 4 dice at you. So let's see how this works. So he missed you with his yeah, and one suppressing roll.
All right. So my coolness under fire is C. Do I still get a bonus because of Catsman?
You can't see Catsman, so you need to be in contact one way or another.
So I'm just rolling a D8.
That's right.
Oh, I kept it together.
Kept it together. Okay, now these other 2 guys to the northeast who weren't suppressed, they move over to the edge of their slope, and they both are going to shoot at Gerard. So Gerard's going to be the same thing. Go ahead.
With them light, he's in cover.
Yeah. So they only just have 1 D6 each, and also they also don't have good trigger discipline, so they're just going to let loose. So as a group, we'll just fire from both of them. Oh, it looks like I got 1 hit, and so you did get hit. So we're going to roll location. Let's see.
I do thankfully have both a flak jacket and a steel helmet.
Oh, nice. So rolling location, we'll roll a d6. That's 6,
Head.
which is the head. Oh, jeez.
All right.
So,
The hell came in handy.
and so Gerard, your helmet covers about 75% of your head. So we'll roll a d6 to see if the helmet protects you. Okay. So we'll say 1 to 4.
Doesn't it just like remove 1 from like the 1d10 roll?
Yeah,
You mean
removes damage, I believe.
Yeah, but I'm just going to see if your helmet protects you. I mean, we can ignore that rule if you prefer. If you guys think.
I'd rather we ignore it just so we can.
Sure. We'll
I
just
mean,
have it
Gerard, you're going to be killed by your own countrymen. Isn't that funny?
I have a hoorah ready for them.
Those are
Okay, so let's see. Just checking the weapon. They got AKMs, so.
It's like what, 3 damage?
Weapon. Yeah, I think so.
2 damage. The AKM is 2 damage.
Oh, it's 2 damage.
Okay. Okay. And
Are you counting both their damages too, or are you stacking it to 4?
No, I'm just making it 1 hit from the both of them, basically, just to speed it up.
Okay.
So it's 1 hit in the head for 2 damage. So your helmet removes 1 of those damage, right?
Yeah.
And now you have to make a coolness under fire roll.
At least it didn't crit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. Okay, so just the D6, right?
Yeah.
Well, if your coolness under fire is a D6,
I'm gonna push it.
you can't push it, or can you?
Oh, you can't push coolness. So that means you're suppressed. So I'm just gonna add a little. I won't. I'll let you keep your dignity, and I won't put a yellow dot on you. We'll just say you're down on the ground there. You're trying to eat dirt as your helmet, your head is ringing from having a round ricochet off your helmet. Okay, and then Izzy, you hear some noise to the northeast, and it's the sound of a truck starting up out in this direction. And then Ernest, your turn.
So I can move 2 free, right? I want to get to like right at the. I kind of want to lay like prone at the edge of the hill here.
Sure.
I'm assuming that's a roll to a mobility roll to get to the edge, or I
Probably
suppose-
No,
mobility.
you can get there. Oh, to that one, yeah. If you want to get there and get to the top of the hill at the end of your turn, make a mobility roll.
All right. Let's see what I get. I got 1 success.
Congrats.
Okay, then you get there. So that's your fast action.
And then, he's prone, right?
He is, yeah.
And if I take a fast action to go in Overwatch, I don't have anything left over to shoot, right? Is that how
That's
that
right.
works?
That's right. Yeah.
So then I should just. I will, I guess, shoot at him prone. To see if I can. I'll spend 1 ammo dice and take some pot shots at the guy that's there.
Okay, sure. So the modifiers will be a total of -2 for the snapshot, -1 for dim light, and -1 for cover. So it's a total of -4 to your skill dice.
Yeah, which gives me I have CC, so nothing.
Right. So you could
So
just
that's
spend
not-
ammo dice if you want
Well, I
to.
mean,
You could just roll a.
Well, you
He's
still
already
you
under
can never
dice.
go below a d6.
So I have 1d6.
Yeah.
So I won't. I
No, I
won't
think-
spend ammo. I won't spend any ammo dice because
No, you have
He's
to spend
already-
ammo dice in the roll to see how many
Oh,
shots
yeah.
you fired.
Then I'll
And I
spend
think
1
you-
ammo dice.
Yeah, and I think you can have all your skill dice taken away, can't you? Or is that?
No, you can never go
always
below
have-
d6.
Oh, okay.
I thought you could have the second one taken away, but never.
You can have the second one
So
taken
then
away, and the first one can go no lower than a d6.
Yeah. Someone could have told me that.
Can you-
I thought you already knew.
Can you do?
pretty sure I
You can't do
mentioned it.
single.
No, you can do
can't
single
You can
shots.
do-
shot.
If you want to declare a single shot, you still roll 1 ammo dice, and we'll just
Okay.
count 1 round removed from your magazine.
Yep. Okay. So single shot. Here it goes.
Oh, you got
And I got-
two mishaps.
Oh, yeah.
Rifle goes down.
Yeah, it goes down to reliability 1 step. You should get Gerard to look at that later. And
If he said that.
A B kaboom. Okay.
and your weapon jams.
Oh, and it's jammed. Okay.
Yeah. So it just
Productive
means
round
you.
for me.
Yeah. Okay, Katzman.
I'm gonna crawl up the hill and get over there.
Okay. Okay, that's your fast action.
Yep.
And do you want to do anything else? From here, you can
I'm gonna
basically see these 2 guys.
Cool. Got 2 successes, so they still don't see me.
Okay, nice.
Could I do as a slow action like a command check to get Gerard to stop pretending to be suppressed?
From here, I'm gonna say you can't see Gerard since you got 2 hexes of hilltop, and he's down below. So you don't even really know where Gerard is at this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's hiding.
Yeah.
Everyone else is fine, so cool. Let's see what I can do. Is a slow action or fast action again? Well then, I think I'm going to try to do a mobility check to get further, move further.
Okay.
Up to the rock or into the trees?
Just north.
So like up
Wait.
there?
What happened to the guys with the rifles, the refugees with the rifles?
They're waiting by the.
You really want them to become targets?
They're staying
they're-
behind.
They're using long range rifles. They could provide assistance.
They can't see us.
They're down here in the ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hiding.
They're protecting the people who don't have guns.
Man, you're going to
Yeah.
shoot me over making a joke about the refugees. Jesus.
Okay, Katzman, so you made your mobility roll?
Yeah, I made my mobility roll. I moved up. So
Cool.
I'm there. That's good. And we'll see about what happens next round because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those guys are within range, but I'm not in range yet.
Okay,
As in, I
Gerard.
need to actually take a time to just aim down sights and do that.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Gerard, what do you do now?
Mhm. Okay. Could I still use the grenade launcher from here?
Yes.
Okay, now I do it.
Well, you have to get rid of your coolness under fire. Aren't you able to make a coolness under fire roll to try to get out of it?
That's right. Now, since you were pinned in the previous round, thanks for reminding me, buddy. You have to make a coolness under fire roll. Oh, you didn't do it. So you're still suppressed for this round. Next round, you will be able to recover.
Okay.
So unfortunately,
Okay.
still freaking out.
Okay.
This is in the movies. This is where you take off your helmet and look at where the dent is and like, whew, cross yourself. You know. Okay, so that's Gerard's turn. Unfortunately, he's still suppressed. So Carl.
Yeah, I'm gonna move into this hex right here and pop him in the head.
Woo!
Damn, that's really savage.
Are you doing like a
Cold
cold shot?
No, I'm just gonna, because he's defenseless. I'm assuming I can just do like a +3 to.
That's right.
So in coolness under fire, you're defenseless.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's essentially.
He's cowering on the ground with his hands behind his. I ain't gonna make it, man. Tell my wife and kids I love them.
So yeah, kill the defenseless. That's real American.
Try to,
Okay,
end it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got +3 on your roll. It's still dim, so but since you're in the same hex, you don't have to worry about cover since you walk right up to him. So it's only a modifier of -1. And I assume you're gonna aim, or no?
Let's see. I don't think I can if I walked in there, right?
That's right.
Well,
That'll be because you're using your fast to walk up there.
Yeah.
So you'll still have to do a snapshot. Or you could aim and then hope he's still suppressed next round.
Just fucking go full auto on him. You got the ammo.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna. So it would be because he's defenseless.
Ace.
That's a +3, then -2. So would it be a +1, or would it just be
there's
like
-1.
Yeah, and then -1 for dim. So a total of +3 and a total of -3.
So
just
it cancels.
Okay.
Yeah. So then straight up. Oh, range might be a factor because I think range modifiers if you're at.
Well, he's in the same zone. He's not necessarily
Yeah,
standing
right.
right on top of him.
I was just checking to see if it was a bonus if you're close.
Oh
but
yeah,
no.
that's. Oh, it isn't.
Okay. No.
Yeah,
just,
yeah, he got the range modifier +3.
Oh, that's the
Targeted-
defenseless. Yeah.
Defenseless target in the same
So
hex.
so then both negative and positive cancel each other out. So you just do your straight up roll and however many ammo dice you want to shoot.
Where's my character sheet? Okay, there it is.
I'm curious. I think I'm pretty sure Gerard has like a bayonet at the moment or something like that.
Yes, he has a knife for sure. It could be a bayonet that attaches.
Yeah, we can presume. Okay, let's presume it's a bayonet for the AKM.
Okay.
I'll let you guess what I'm going to be doing.
Die.
You're gonna start whittling. You charge up the hill. Okay, Carl rolls a success.
How much ammo dice?
Ooh, no extra successes, but nearly an empty magazine. Oh, you got a
I
lot.
emptied my magazine.
Okay, so one success. So then roll hit location.
So that would
That's
be
one of
legs.
his legs. Yeah. And then your bison does what for damage?
It's a 1 with a +2 for armor. They don't have any armor. So.
That's right. So basically, you just put 20 rounds into the ground near him, and one hit him in the leg. It was a good plan. You certainly have terrified him and injured him.
So
And
wait,
I'm
Okay,
like,
cool. That's
who
your
are
turn.
who are you?
so he rolled for hit location. Then what?
And then it did 1 point of damage since he didn't crit.
Oh,
Because I think his 9 mil is 1 point of damage, right?
Yeah, it's 1 point. The crit on this is 3.
If he had gotten multiple successes, it could have made it a crit. So that ends your turn, Carl. It's Izzy. So you hear a bunch of shooting all around you. Your
Well,
grenade blew off last round.
I heard a vehicle.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to pull out my RPG and aim with it. So that way,
Okay.
once I see it, I'm gonna fire at it.
Oh, so you're gonna go into Overwatch kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay. So that ends your turn. And then but we're gonna come back to you because the bad guys have a truck with a dishke mounted on the back
Shit.
of
We remember what I told you about the fucking Dishka?
it.
Yes.
And
Yes, that's good.
there's a driver and a gunner, and they pull out of these trees, and then start coming this way, and the gunner in the back swings his dishke around towards the hilltops where you are, but he hasn't spotted you yet. But you have Overwatch, so you
Yep.
get to
Okay, so
jump and back.
so I was aiming, which cancels out the fast shot, and you said dim lighting is -1,
-1.
which I actually have launcher crew as a specialty, +1 to anti-tank weapons, so that cancels out. So D10 plus D10.
Mm-hmm.
2D10.
And I think this is probably short range. Now it is a moving target, so that's a -2.
Oh,
Reroll it.
so -2, so D10 plus D8. I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
Plus.
Swoosh.
Wow, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, rats.
We're
Miss.
dead. It was nice fun.
So the trees behind here explode as you take out a fir tree. Rats. How many of those RPGs
I've got one
rockets
left.
do you have? Okay.
So I gotta
So
mark
that's the bad guy's turn. So whoa, they see the smoke trail. The guy in the back looks up the hill and fires his dishka at you.
Well, actually, it has blast damage. So wait, did you say it hit right here?
Yeah.
So in that case, blast damage would still apply to the car.
What's the blast damage?
C.
Okay. So from here it'll go down to D, 1 hex away.
Okay.
So it won't do too much to the car,
So
but it could affect the driver and the gunner.
all right. So that's
So roll.
all right.
Keep
So
in mind, an RPG has a blast of C.
I
Yeah.
just said that.
And one,
It's blast C.
yeah. And so
Right,
roll.
sorry.
Roll
Is it an
2d6.
RPG 7 or RPG 16?
It's RPG 7.
Okay, so
So roll
7
D-
damage.
2d6 for the gunner, and then see if he gets any fragments.
Nope. So then roll for the driver.
And then, yeah.
Well, I hit the driver. So, and the RPG's damage is 7.
No, this is a fragmentation damage,
Oh.
so it'd be using the explosion rules. So for D level explosion, the damage is 1, but the armor on the vehicle is 1, so it's just a truck. So essentially, it doesn't do him any damage, unfortunately.
Crap.
Perfect.
So yeah.
So if he hits the truck and then does it do? That's when the 7 damage comes into
Yes.
play.
Only if you hit it directly, yeah. If you hit it directly with the
direct
rocket,
hit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the secondary explosion from the when it hits the ground isn't like a shaped charge. It's just fragments explode. It could have even been just
Okay.
wood chips.
Yeah, the force of the
Uh,
explosion, the flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so we'll save the Dishka for last, and we'll start with the guy shooting at Gerard. So one of these guys is going to keep trying to hit Gerard. The other guy sees the shooting from up on the hilltop, and he is going to swing and aim at Carl. So he's going to avoid the snapshot penalty. So that's so he's still at -2 though for cover and dimness. And so he aims his AKM and he's going to take a burst at Carl. So he's got a total of -2 for dim and cover, which means ranged combat is C, so that goes away. And then his agility drops to D, so he's got a D6 and he fires 2 ammo dice at you. And he misses. So bullets go flying past you, Carl. And then the other guy does the same thing at Gerard, trying to ping Gerard. He takes an aim shot, but you still have dimness and actually you've got less cover. I think it's just scrub. So just checking the terrain.
I think it's +1 or whatever it is for the shrubbery. Yeah, shrubland is cover is. Oh, it doesn't have cover.
No, say no cover.
Yeah, no cover. So it's just dimness then. So he's just got -1. So that means he's going to have a D8 and 2D6.
Does the prone do
So
anything?
prone does actually, but since this guy's above him on the hilltop, it cancels that out.
Okay.
So it's a D8 and 2D6 at Gerard, and he also misses. So you're still suppressed anyway, so it doesn't add further suppression at this point. And then we'll go to the RPK gunner up on the hill, who is going to shoot again at Izzy. So the RPK gunner has a D6 and 4D6. Okay, you need to make a suppression roll. He missed you with his skill dice.
So, come on, roll 20. This is rolling the dice. ... Seriously? Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. I succeeded him. I kept it together.
Okay, nice. And then now it's the Dishka gunner, who is going to let loose a fusillade of fire in your direction. So, ranged fire modifiers. It's going to be dim, -1. You've got woods cover, which is -2, I think, right? And the heavy woods forest. That's -3 total. And so yeah. So then, but he's going to aim to get rid of the quick shot. That's -3 total. Is all I can see. So it's the same thing. It's going to be a D6 and 4D6. So you hear the tunk, 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 tunk of the big Dishka.
This thing like auto crits unless you have armor, right? If I'm reading those stats right.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
it
it's
firing
deadly.
at?
It's firing at you, Izzy.
Oh, Jesus
on the hills.
Christ.
It does
You gotta
4
make another-
damage with a crit range of 4.
Yes. It's a 12. It's like a 50 cal. It's a
Yeah.
12.7 millimeter
Yeah, that's 50
Yeah.
or
cal.
bigger.
So,
You
what
got-
am I doing
You have
now?
to make a coolness under fire. Coolness under fire roll.
Okay, but it didn't hit me.
Since I didn't hit you.
Alright.
But the trees
And I'm
erupting.
I'm pinned.
Yeah. Which is a logical response. So you are pinned as the ground erupts around you. Thunk, 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 thunk. And that's the bad guy's turn. So Ernst, all hell is breaking loose. You hear rockets firing, heavy machine gun, all kinds of AK fire. You see muzzle flashes across the hill.
I think just to make sure I understand, I think when I rolled that 1, I'm supposed to roll 2 dice with my new reliability to see if my weapon jams.
No, your weapon was
So-
already jammed. You just have to reload it.
Yeah. No, you don't have to
it takes a
necessarily. Go
so
ahead.
on page 63, it actually takes a tech roll to unjam a weapon, and I have no tech.
Yeah. You don't have tech. Can you use your intelligence then?
I can use int, but I think what you're supposed
Yeah.
I think what you're
Go
supposed
ahead.
to do is lower your weapon from A to B, and then roll 2
Yeah.
Bs to see if it jams. But
Okay.
I will roll a tech roll to see if I can. So I will spend. It is a slow action, and
You
I got 2
succeeded.
successes.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I will spend a fast action to aim at this guy, I guess.
Okay, that sounds good. Nice roll.
Okay.
So you're aiming, so you'll shoot again next round, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, Katzman. So also,
All right,
all hell
plus 2,
breaking
I'm
loose.
going to get over here to see what's going on. That will give me the closest range. Let's see.
Jesus Christ. 4 successes?
I noticed Gerard is down there, so I am going to go ahead and do this. 2 successes for him to snap out of it. As I just do I don't know how to pep talk him in Polish. I'll just go ahead and laugh like a stereotypical Russian. That should get his racist nationalist fervor going. Feed along the lines of a Russian laughing at him.
So Gerard, you know what happened? Katzman just came and he rolled his command and snapped you out of it. So you are no longer suppressed. You get both your full actions next round, I think. He infuriated you with a Russian laugh.
Now he's actually going to ignore the Marauders and just kill me.
He turns around and he comes right at you. Okay, Gerard, it's your turn. Did I read right in the chat that you're considering like a kamikaze IED run? Is that right? Did we lose
He's
Gerard?
muted.
Oh, Gerard, you're muted.
Whoops, I forgot about that. Okay, here's what I considered. I was thinking, run here, drop the IED, then run the fuck away.
Okay, that'll require a mobility check to go the extra hex because you have to go uphill. We'll just say one mobility check, but otherwise, yeah, I'm cool with that. Sounds hilarious.
Yeah, let me just roll that. So that I have a agility of B and mobility of. Let me check what was my mobility. Mobility is D. So that's a D10 plus D6.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it? I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
Come on. Yes.
You did. You made it. Or does the one cancel out a success or
No,
Nope.
it doesn't. It just
Okay.
cancels out
You need-
whatever die.
You need 2 mishaps, right?
No, that's just
Okay,
your weapons. I think.
You can have a mishap with a regular skill check. It's funny.
Yeah, you can break your ankle.
I love it. It's funny.
There's pipe bombs and lights it up, and then charges at the 2 guys yelling, "Hoorah!"
And then you like casually deposit it at the top of the hill and then turn around and run back down, or is that how you?
Yep, pretty much.
Nice. Oh, that's smart.
Yep.
Go for some better cover there. Yeah. Okay, I'll take off your suppressed marker. Okay, cool. So you lob a pipe bomb right up there, and we might as well have the result happen this round. So
Since I immediately lit the fuse.
you remember to light the fuse. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he already lit the fuse.
Okay, cool. So it goes off, kaboom, as you're racing, sprinting back down the hill. So what is the specifications for your pipe bomb?
Okay, so it's a blast C.
Okay. So you roll 2d8 for each of these bad guys in the hex to see if they're exploding.
28. Okay.
And then we'll also see if it affects the 2 guys in the hex to the southeast.
28. Oh, 1 and 8 did hit them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So-
and it's got a damage of. Okay, let me just check the damage for it. It's
Mhm.
a 2.
Yeah.
Along +1 armor. I don't think they have armor though.
They don't have
They
armor.
don't, no.
They're fucked.
Well, they're both wounded for sure, but they're not broken. So they're not down to like a broken state. So the explosion goes off and wounds them both for 2 damage. Since you rolled your success, if you'd gotten multiple successes, it could have ended up in a crit. If you want to roll locations, you can, but just for speed, we could just say they're wounded, and they're both going to roll their coolness under fire. They can't see their leader anymore, so they're just going to roll a d6. First guy managed to somehow succeed, and the other guy didn't. So one of them is
those 2 guys. What about those 2 other guys here?
you can roll 2d6 for them as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't push that, right?
No, you
No.
can't push blast.
Okay, so those
Okay,
guys were
let's-
unaffected. So
Okay,
yeah,
I
nice.
find it amazing that the kamikaze charge actually worked.
Okay, nice turn. Say, Carl, it's your turn. You hear another thundering explosion from across the. You see sparks arc through the eye across the hilltop, and you still got this guy at your feet. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I wanna-
Gerard. Did you
I wanna
have to say something else?
Yeah, I just want to say that you hear a thundering, you hear an oorah so loud that it can be heard over the explosion.
Okay, Carl, your turn.
So I'm gonna try to capture this guy and convince him to call off his dogs.
Okay. So you put your bison over your shoulder, you pull out your pistol, and stick it to his head or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much exactly. And I would do a persuasion roll with my psyops +1 to
Nice.
get him to basically like take him prisoner and tell him, call him off, like try to get the conflict to end.
Okay, go ahead. I'll give you another +2 on your roll.
Cool.
Just because for extenuating circumstance, he's wounded, surrounded. Got a pistol to his. Got a pistol to his head.
So with psyops, it's a +1, then +2, so that's +3. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 3 step ups. Yeah, most
All
likely
right,
dead.
that'll be 2d12
Yeah.
then.
Nice.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, would that fucking kamikaze charge have intimidated the others?
Oh yeah, these 2 guys at the top of the hill for sure.
Like, thinking that hey, this guy is so fucking crazy that he ran up with an IED.
Yeah. Yeah, you can push that 1d12 there. There you go. So he just nods at you and shakes his head. Yes, affirmative, affirmative. I'll do whatever you say. Just don't kill me, man. He's talking in Russian.
I explained to him in Russian that he better start yelling out.
Okay. I will. Okay, so next round he's gonna do that. That nice move, Carl. You haul him to his feet, or do you stay kind of prone? Or
Keep him prone.
okay. Okay, Izzy, you're are suppressed.
Not
You need
anymore.
to make a. Okay, so you still only get 1 action though. I think when you recover on your suppressed roll, you only get a slow action. I think. Is that how it goes?
It doesn't sound
That-
right. I thought shaking suppression was just an action in and of itself. But let me check the actions thing.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you
you might be
succeed,
right.
You can perform a slow action.
Just
You lose your effects. Yeah.
If you succeed,
I don't
yeah.
see I don't see that on the fast action sheet of shaking suppression.
64, page 64. at the
64. Let me
bottom,
check that.
recovery.
64.
Yeah.
Suppression.
The recovery section at the bottom.
If the roll fails again, if you succeed, you lose your fast. Okay, you're right. But they do say you can do a fast and a slow, or a fast or a fast. So I'm going to. Is there any way I can seek cover with a fast action?
You're already in good cover
You're
in the
right.
forest.
In that
Mhm.
case, I'm going to reload my RPG.
Okay, it's a fast action.
Yeah.
Clunk. Okay, and that's his turn. Okay, the bad guys go. So the leader guy starts shouting out in Russian, "Comrades, drop your arms! Drop your arms! We have been taken prisoner!" Something like that, right? But that's too far and too late for the guys in the Dishka. The other guys perk up and take notice. The guys on the hill nearby. So they
Being so intimidated by the fucking Polish kamikaze man.
yes. So they all kind of like stop and listen and perk up their ears. The truck driver drives in his pickup truck, and the Dishka gunner still opens up on the hillside where he saw the RPG come from. So you're casually reloading while this truck drives, and the Dishka gunner lets off another D6 and 4D6.
At me?
Yeah.
Yep.
And misses every single fucking shot. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
He's a terrible shot. Very good that he's a terrible shot.
Yeah, that's what happens when you put a drunken Russian behind the triggers of a fucking Dishka.
Do you wish for him to be a lot better at this?
Hell no!
I mean,
Okay,
hell,
Ernst.
hey,
Sounds like the GM should
think
start
about
doing
one
that.
thing.
Okay, Ernst, it's your turn.
Yeah, let's just be thankful about one thing in particular. That they weren't that this wasn't a BMP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Ernst, if you're still there, check
Yeah,
your
I
mute.
am here.
Okay, good.
I
Your
am
turn.
not on mute. I was just letting everybody finish talking. So this guy yelled out, told everybody to drop. These guys are still shooting. Can I
Yeah.
actually see them from the hill?
Yes, you just see him at the end of their turn. You see him coming around because you're up on the top of the hill, basically. You
Sure.
can spot these guys here, and you see the muzzle flash of this giant machine gun. And they're
Can I
shooting at somebody.
Can I shoot the gunner?
You could, yeah. So it'll be a couple of modifiers. First of all, it's dim. So it's,
What's the range on my rifle? I think I would be out of range. Polish AKM.
see,
Well, I
1,
think you can
2,
fire
3,
targets
4.
out of your range, but it's a -1 for every
Nope.
distance.
5.
Mhm.
1,
Yeah, they're still in range.
4, 5. So they're in range.
Yeah. So,
So
the
yeah,
you have
I would try and at least try and suppress the gunner. So
okay. So
will-
take a fast aim and then a shot.
Yeah, fast aim and a shot is what I would do,
Okay.
and I would probably spend. I have 4. I might as well spend all the ammo dice.
Sounds good.
And hope for a suppression because I'm a C.
Now there's a few other modifiers. So there's also the dim, so it's a -1,
So that makes it to D6 and a D8. Yep.
and then it's a moving target, so that's a -2 further.
So that
Now-
makes it to a D6 and 4D6.
And you're also,
Or-
but you get one other modifier, which is you're in an elevated position, so you get +1.
So that would be a D8 and 4D6.
There you go.
So I will try and unload on this guy to see if I can get them to at least stop shooting at us.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see what we get. No.
You wanna
2
push?
mishaps.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
pushing it because holy crap! Yep.
Now
We'll
you
try
got the
again.
mishaps. If you got 2 mishaps, though, you can't. Once you get 2 mishaps, unfortunately.
Oh, I can.
He
Okay.
rolled 2 twos,
Yeah.
but he rolled
It's
twos.
not a mi-
not,
it's
It was
only a
2-2.
mishap on the bullets. The gun itself didn't have a mishap.
Yeah, I had
True.
2, 2, 5. Not sure I understand how this is working.
So the first two things in parentheses, the 2+1, 2+1, those are your die, and then the final four numbers are your ammo. And yet, so you basically fired, what is that? 9 shots, and 2 of those were mishaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
And so
So
I
it's
think it's
much-
just a bunch of misses.
Yeah, it's much
so my
easier
gun goes
to.
down. Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing's hard to understand. So my gun goes down and I don't do anything. So I'm now at a C reliability. And I
Yeah.
think by rules I'm supposed to roll to see if it jams. So I'd roll
Okay, go
basically
for it.
2d8 to see if it jams or not.
Right. That's because it's the reliability is now at C, right?
Yes. And I got 2 successes,
success.
so it doesn't jam.
Nice.
But I didn't hit anybody. Just sprayed
Okay.
sprayed bullets all over the place and spent 9 bullets.
Yeah. Nicely done. Okay,
Alright.
Katzman, you still hear the DS?
Before Katzman does anything, I am curious. You think I can pull off another kamikaze charge?
On your turn? Sure.
I think is with that commander screaming he's surrendering. I want to do a command check to really get these guys to realize. Put hands up, please. Could I do a command
Yeah.
or
Go for it.
persuasion?
Let's make it. You're speaking in Russian in authoritarian voice. You can make it a command. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Something along the lines. You're under new management, right?
Yeah. I'll start doing that. It's like along the lines of yeah.
Okay, yeah, these guys put down. You see them reluctantly drop their rifles or put them down on the ground. So these 4 on the hilltop, you see them comply. Well done.
Okay, good. We just now have to deal with the jeep.
So you still have a fast action if you want to make any movement.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead. I can do a move to here. Do I see the jeep?
Nope, not from here.
Okay, once I see it, I'm probably going to start yelling at them.
Okay, Gerard, you hear? I don't know if you understand any Russian, but do you understand Russian? Maybe a bit. Hey, you get the gist of it.
Yeah,
there's-
like as much Russian as he knows English.
Okay, so you get the gist of it that there's some commands being issued for them to surrender. So it's your understanding there might be some surrendering going on, although you can still hear heavy machine gun fire to the south of you.
Yeah. I have like a really, really, really bad idea.
Lay it on me.
Charge like 60 meters and throw it right into the gunner's hatch.
That's a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to make a lot of mobility rolls to get there, but
And bear in
lots of
mind, I'm going to
successes.
blow
But
that
you
thing up when it's my turn.
now you can try, Gerard. But so you could go from this hex to this hex, and then to get within throw range, you'd have to make 3 successes, basically.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Truer words were never spoken. I'm just kidding.
Okay then, so it's a D10 plus a D6.
Now you do have to step down 1 dice though, because you're going through forest and the terrain calls for a movement modifier of -1.
Okay, whatever. It is still like a D6. It still got a 6, so that is a success.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you want to make another success?
Yep. For fuck's sake, guys. Why
And
do you do this?
it was double 1, so you trap with the IED and explode yourself.
I was thinking that the IED would be lit somewhere around here.
Okay. So you didn't quite get close enough. Yeah. So good try though. You're charging, oorahing on the way with a ready to light. You got a lighter in one hand and a pipe bomb in the other. Okay, Carl, it's your turn.
At this point, we should call him like Crazy Gerard or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did Gerard? Did you trip and fall? Is that what happened, or did you just
No, he didn't. He hasn't quite got there yet.
No, he's just heavily winded, so he's like leaning on a tree, breathing in
But I just picture him getting disoriented in the woods and like going the wrong direction for a second.
Yeah, we don't know where he went, but we did hear he ended up in like Alsace-Lorraine.
Okay, Carl, it's your
Cat's-
turn, Carl.
Katzman got the guys to put down their weapons
That's
that
right.
are on the hill, the 4 guys.
Yeah, but the
That's right.
UAS isn't stopping.
No.
You want to try to yell at them?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure something out here. So I'm gonna like try to get this guy to his feet somehow.
Yeah, no problem. He helps you.
Okay.
He gets up.
And I want to march him out to the clearing, like here, and just to like provide a target for these.
You're gonna be behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So now you'll find out how much they like their commander.
Yes.
Okay, so you push him ahead of you down the hill, past Izzy, through the deep woods.
Yeah.
And you want to get down to here, right?
And like be behind him, be behind like as safe as I can, but like say, hey, we got your guy here.
Okay. Okay. Okay, go ahead. The commander you have starts waving his hands too, because you're walking right towards like a wildly firing Dishka Jeep, basically. He's like shouting and yelling.
A pipe bomb in the later.
I rolled the recon for the gunner, and he didn't even notice. So, unfortunately, it was a good idea, but now I'm going to put you guys both down in that hex.
All right.
And remember, it's dim out and everything. They might actually even think you guys are new targets. That's how crazy this guy is on the Dishka. So
Can
I like
Carl just like yell at them in Russian because he also speaks it.
who?
Carl.
Yeah,
Well, the leader is also yelling, "Don't shoot! We're giving up! Don't shoot!" And so Carl can yell as well if he wants to.
Yeah.
Okay. But I basically rolled no success for the recon, so he's behind a Dishka, which is so loud, anyways.
Yeah.
He doesn't notice. He sees some people moving through the trees. He might consider them a target. So that's Carl's turn. Izzy.
Aim and fire.
Okay.
So I have. So there's the -1 for dim, but then that gets canceled out with launcher crew. So
Yeah.
D10 plus D10. Let's hope this goes better.
It's
Now
moving.
don't forget, you also have a moving target, so that's -2.
So D10 plus D6.
Yeah.
Oh, 2
Whoosh.
successes.
Nice. Okay, well hit. Okay, so now you roll location on the vehicle.
Oh, so what die is that?
Just 1 second. I wonder I might have the table. I probably didn't load the vehicle weapons tables. Yeah. So we'll go to. What's that?
And I could know that if the Dishka survives, I could repair it. Up on our UAZ.
Isn't it true that if
Yeah,
the damage of the warhead completely eclipses that of the vehicle's health, it's just completely destroyed? Is that a thing?
Not necessarily. If you hit the fuel tank or something, you basically calculate the energy of the round or of the weapon when it hits. So, for instance, the first thing you do is
My RPG has 7 damage and a crit of 2.
yeah. So if it hits passengers, it can kill passengers. But the first thing you do is you roll location. Essentially, you're attacking it from the front or the side.
Well, it's more like the
not the middle.
side, kind of.
Yeah, I'd say it was a side hit.
Okay, so what
So
is that?
and now, so just gonna pull up the UAZ stats as well, so we can see. I think I
Is
had
it
a
component
UAZ.
damage? Is that the table?
Yeah.
So like it's 82 component
82.
damage.
So the first thing you do is you figure out how much damage it does when it hits, right?
Okay.
And then so we know it does 7, right?
Well, I got an extra success, so that's 8.
Oh, right. So it's 8. Nice. So if for every point of armor on the vehicle side, it reduces that amount by 1. So it only has armor of 1. So the energy of the round as it enters the vehicle is 7. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we just roll on the component damage table, and you roll a d10.
Okay, D10.
And yeah,
6.
that means it enters. It hits the driver first. Yeah. And now, once it hits a component, we'll consider him a component. You essentially do an attack on it, and we figure out how much damage the driver takes, and then we deduct that amount of damage off the remaining energy. So right now it's at 7. Let's say you do 3 damage or whatever. You take that from the energy, and then it continues moving through the vehicle.
Okay.
The next component it would hit would be the cargo.
Okay,
if there's any.
so then I'm rolling location? driver?
Yes.
So that would be a body hit,
Okay.
and then I guess it's a crit automatically. So that's D10.
Yes.
9. That can't be good.
Is that on the crit?
Yeah.
On the crit table? That
I'm
doesn't
assuming
sound
so.
good.
That-
Yeah,
that's-
torso critical. That's
Yeah.
an internal bleeding. He's gonna die. So yeah, he's gonna die by the end of the round. So that means that the damage. What was the damage done to him?
The damage done, well, I rolled a D6 for the location and then D10 for the crit. The damage of the RPG is 7.
Okay. So it's enough to break him would be 4. Let's just check here real quick. Any excess damage beyond the crit level of the weapon continues. So what's the crit level of the weapon?
The crit level is 2.
Okay, so we just deduct 2 more off it. So now
It's 5.
it's at 5 energy left. So he does crit, he's dead, and then that goes on to the cargo with an energy of 5. There's various stores and stuff that it takes another 1 point off your energy, so it goes through their supply of food, some bottles of water, etc. Maybe. Let's roll. Just roll a 50% chance for hitting some ammo. I'm gonna
Actually,
roll a
that's the next
d6.
one up, right?
Oh, that's right.
4
Good
is
call. So it goes through the cargo. Then the next thing it hits is the ammo. So, oops, on that.
half the ammo destroyed.
Oh, so that's interesting. So yeah, it hits the ammo and automatically does 1 point of damage. So it takes another point out. You got 4 energy left, and half of the Dishka ammo is destroyed.
If you inflict 2 points, all of the ammo is lost. Any excess continues to hit other components. In addition, ammunition for heavy weapon explodes when hit.
Oh, neat.
If
So
the attack
we'll say-
inflicted 1 point of damage, 50% risk of explosion. Yeah.
Okay, so there's no explosive ammo there, but so let's say it does takes out half the ammo, and then it goes on to the next component, which is the suspension. So if it hits the suspension, each point of damage will reduce the reliability rating. Okay. So then the rest of the energy goes into the suspension, and that's it.
Okay, so the driver's dead and the car completely stops moving. The ammo's destroyed.
Yeah, you blew the rear axle off its supports, and then down, and then it starts just rolling forward, limping forward. Yeah, but the gunner is unaffected. But both he will try to make a coolness under fire roll. He's going to roll a d6. He did not succeed, so he jumps out. and into the ditch. And yeah, and that kind of ends the turn. Except this guy jumps out. This guy is dead. The jeep keeps rolling, limping towards that IED.
Oh, jeez.
I
know.
Kaboom!
Yeah.
I forgot all about this. Like,
Safe enough from it.
What's that?
At least the truck is safe enough from it.
Yeah,
Your
I'll place
truck,
that
yeah.
right back.
So let's just roll a I don't know, 50% chance it rolls over the pressure plate that they installed there.
so
We're gonna roll a
evens or odds?
D6. No, I think I'll roll 1, 2, or 3. It rolls over the bomb. 4, 5, or 6. It manages to just
Stop a couple
scrape by.
centimeters. Ah.
Oh, lucky.
Well, that, you know what that means?
We got another car.
It means, I mean, not that. Screw the fuck the car. We've got a
Oh, no. We're getting ourselves a party here. These guys are under new management, so we're becoming a band.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up here, but
uh,
combat for 4 players. How about 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so
by the
you
way,
do.
if you look at Alpha Text, if you look at Alpha Text in the channels, I think I found Gerard.
Oh yeah, you mean a picture?
Yep.
Yeah, giant bomb, hilarious.
So did you say you wanted to wrap
Okay,
up
we're
here?
gonna wrap. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up quick. We'll do some experience and then
Alright.
just recap a little bit.
Cool. Everybody good to go? Or like ready to start?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Point for participation. Did you follow your moral code?
What was the? I didn't check the moral code.
The participation.
Which-
You get 1 point automatically for participating. Second one, did you follow your moral code? Which I did. The second one.
Okay. Wait, I just need an opinion on this. Just,
Okay.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I just need to. I'm not sure what to do with it.
Oh, so if your character has a moral code, and for you, it might. I don't know if you spent time thinking about it, but if you, for instance, have enmity for all things Russian, and you just, ran up the hill yelling "Ura" and threw a bomb at them, I think you would get a point for following your moral code.
The moral code is drive out the Russians.
There you go. Then I'd give you an experience point for that. I think for other characters like Katzman, I think he would probably get an experience point too. He's generally, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you like to minimize the conflict and
Yeah, basically, I
goals.
just want this conflict to end and just go back to my shitty apartment in Far East Siberia.
Nice.
And Carl, I think you're are on your way to achieving your. Oh wait, that's a different experience thing. I
Yeah,
think, right? It's
we're
like,
on moral code right now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And I'll do anything for my country. So yeah, I think I get it.
Oh, totally.
If they need something blown up or shot to shit, you're the girl to do it. So.
and Ernst, I think also you probably would get one because you were helping out people along the way.
Yeah.
So you get an experience point for a moral code.
Sure. Can't save everybody, but I sure as hell try.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, what's the next point? Did I miss anybody?
No,
I think we
got everybody. Did you risk or sacrifice something to realize yours? I mean, did you follow your big dream?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I think Carl did too, and probably Ernst, and probably Gerard as well.
Okay. Did you travel through at least one hex on the map that you had not visited before we did?
Yeah. That's for everybody.
Did you overcome one or more dangerous events using violent or non-violent means? We did.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, did you risk your life for the PC who was your buddy?
What do you think?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did.
I would say no.
Yeah, I'm with John. We barely combat-wise we barely interacted because like you were on the complete other side of the hill and whatnot, so I wouldn't say so.
Agreed. I don't think I did either. I mean,
Okay.
Gerard
then
would have
that-
went down. I probably
I'd
would've
say
went
that
down.
I'd say that if you
Yeah.
that second RPG shot and I threw the IED inside that hatch, I'd say it would have counted.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I could
Perhaps.
see the argument.
So,
But since you got lost in the woods,
getting a third language, that's going to be a talent, right? So that'll be 15 XP.
I'm sorry I missed that part of your comment, Casper. What was that?
Talents, that's 15 XP.
I believe that's right. Well, I haven't checked that pinned message yet, but I think it's at the
I'm just
top
going
of
to
the.
say is I'm going to pick up the language of Polish.
Okay, cool. Nice.
How much XP does a language cost? I didn't quite hear that.
I think it's. I'm not sure actually. I'll have to check the pinned.
You can use
Uh,
XP to improve your skills and learn new ones. To increase a skill by one level, it costs that number of XP. So B to C would be, or C or D to B would cost you 25. 10 to go there. In addition, to raise a skill or gain a new skill at level D, you must have used the skill and succeeded at least once to increase it. And then you basically pay D, whatever D would be 5. So level D is 5.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this. Apparently, in the pinned messages, your unit morale can improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Because
by the way, sorry, I just wanted to ask about coolness under fire.
That's unit morale.
well, you can upgrade your coolness under fire individually. If in each session which you made a coolness under fire roll succeeded, you can roll the base dice for your coolness under fire. If the result is a 1, you increase by 1 step. So I'm actually going to do that. Let me. My coolness under fire is C. So if I got a 1, which I didn't, then I can't increase it. Crap.
Good try.
Yeah, same for me, I guess.
I should have made it to where if it's a success, but that's just me. But
yeah, but I like that idea.
It's actually 10 XP to learn Polish. So
Yeah.
yes, now I am able to speak to half the party.
nice.
Yes,
Wunderbar.
it's a
Oh wait, that's German.
specialty, right?
Excellent.
Can 5
Okay,
XP
nice.
do anything? Can the 5 XP do anything?
So, I'm sorry. Could you repeat the question?
Can 5 XP do anything useful?
Yes. XP
yeah.
needed to learn a new skill at D is 5.
I'm gonna learn tech, I guess, since
Nice.
I did it once, and it's required to unjam your weapon.
You know what? I think I'm gonna get heavy weapons to D.
Yeah, I mean you
Sweet.
can do that because
It
you
would
use
have
heavy.
hurt.
Hey, you guys, I gotta go, but you can keep on talking, of course.
Yeah. Well, thanks for running.
But
Yep.
and thanks so much, you guys. That was fun.
Hey, Cody, I kind of want to have a little chat with
Talk to you later.
Yeah,
See you, John.
see ya.
Bye.
With